Alrighty, guys. Welcome into the stream. Happy Easter, guys, by the way. If y'all did not hear that already today, happy Easter. Hope you guys are all doing well today. Alright, guys, we got active tornado warnings here in Missouri. I will briefly run over these two warnings that are out currently right now. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about what's going to happen today. I will let you guys know I'm only going to be on here until about 5:30 Central Time this evening. I will have to get off by then. But the good news is most of today's event is between now and 6 p.m. So we should be good to cover a majority of today. So we'll be on here for a little bit. We'll be covering the storms here. Yeah, we'll go ahead and talk about the tornado warning that we've got here in effect here. This is just to the west of St. Louis, Missouri, here. So we'll go ahead and get into this. So we've got Eldon and Camdenton, Missouri here in this radar indicated tornado warning. We've got Ederville, Osage Beach, Freedom, Kaiser, Tuscambia, Old Lynn Creek, some of the areas that are in that there, Lakeside, the Seasons of Four Village Corner there in that here. So we've got a couple areas here in this tornado warning. This is a radar indicated tornado warning, so we're not looking at an observed tornado as of right now. We'll take a look here at base velocity, and I will mention this as well. Velocity is a little bit wonky in this area of Missouri. The radar coverage is still not that great, but you can clearly see where that rotation is evident at here. Going on here just south of the Camdenton area. So if you're in Osage Beach, Brumley, I would be seeking shelter. You need to be seeking shelter. This will be headed northeast here towards you guys. Clearly very, very visible here. We'll actually go and look at gate-to-gate shear in terms of what we're going to be seeing with this. And yeah, there's a little bit of shear here. So not anything ridiculous, but there is enough to have that potential for a tornado in progress here. You need to be seeking shelter if you are in this area. Once again, Osage, Kaiser, St. Elizabeth here, guys. Today is a day not to mess around. If y'all were watching stream last night, we had a pretty long evening and overnight hours there with those tornadoes that were ongoing in Oklahoma and Texas. This is the same system, same setup, a little bit stronger shear today. So wouldn't be shocked to see multiple tornado warnings at some point here. This is headed towards Jefferson City. This is west of St. Louis, Missouri, north of or south of Columbia here as well. So we're going to watch this for you guys. Keep you guys updated here as well. I'm going to run over timing here in just a second. We've got this warning out for the next 30 minutes. We'll keep an eye on that. Here's the overall risk zone for today. Enhanced risk in the orange, slight risk in the yellow, marginal risk in the green. This goes from northeast Texas all the way up into Illinois here. The good thing, as I mentioned, is currently right now, according to our models and kind of what we're seeing atmospheric-wise this morning, a little bit of a question mark down here on if we're going to get anything. I think majority of our storms are going to be up into northern Arkansas and into Missouri this afternoon and this evening here. Don't be shocked if we get some type of severe weather down here into Shreveport, down here into Tyler, Texas, just north of Houston. But this is a very conditional risk zone today. This is going to be more of a damaging wind and a hail threat with an occasional isolated tornado. The main areas that we're going to be focused on today: Little Rock, Arkansas; Fort Smith, Arkansas; Fayetteville; Mountain Home; Jonesboro. We've got Springfield, Missouri here; Joplin, Humansville, Clinton, Columbia, St. Louis. Timing could really be anywhere between now and the next little bit, and we don't have any watches out yet, which is actually a little bit concerning. If you guys are watching over on YouTube, happy Easter over there. Jade, good to see you over there. Appreciate you guys. If you guys have not hopped over and subscribed to me on YouTube, you got a better chance of me seeing your comments on YouTube just because the chat's not so fast. So Mesomat on YouTube, you guys can sub to me there. It's free to subscribe. I do appreciate you guys very, very much here. I'm actually really, really shocked that we don't have a tornado watch yet out of this. I don't know what the Storm Prediction Center is doing, but once again, risk zone. This is our risk zone for today. Level 3, enhanced risk in the orange there. Missouri, Arkansas. Level 2 in the yellow. Level 1 in the green. 10% hatch tornado risk, guys. I mentioned this last night. This is a very, very significant day for tornadoes today in northern Arkansas and Missouri. Any storm that can become semi-discrete, kind of like what we're seeing right now, or at least QLCS, will have the chance of producing a strong EF2 plus tornado. We're not talking about little baby tornadoes today. We're talking about these big old destructive tornadoes. Any tornado is destructive, but what I'm getting at is EF2 plus tornadoes across northern Arkansas, northern and central Missouri, and southern Missouri today. So you guys need to be on alert. I know it's Easter. I know kids are out. I know things are going on with families and stuff like that, but you guys need to be weather aware in this area. If you got a family member or a loved one or a friend that's not known about what's going on, you might want to call them and let them know that they got tornadoes potentially in their backyard today. Just a heads up there. You can kind of sneak up on people when we've got holidays going on. So outside that 10% hatched region, we got a 5% chance of tornadoes in the maroon and a 2% there in the green. You're like, Matt, why, it's only a 2% or it's only a 5%. It's not that big of a deal. Actually, it is. We had a EF1 tornado that was 2 miles wide and a 2% and a 5% tornado risk on Thursday in Iowa. So they can produce significant tornadoes. I do want y'all to know that. Outside the tornado risk today, we've got a 30% wind, 15% wind, and 5% wind. Basically, what that means is anybody in these areas here, 30, 15, and 5% chance of there being winds of 60 to 70 miles per hour today. So not as significant as yesterday, but the damaging wind threat will be there. Also looking at a hail threat today as well, up to 1 to 2 inches in diameter hail-wise. The tornado threat, though, this is a tornado-driven risk zone, meaning that tornadoes will be the main factor for today in terms of our severe weather risk. This is what I call a Easter regional tornado outbreak. If things go the way I think they're going to go today, we could easily get 30 to 40 tornadoes before today is over with. So something we're really going to have to watch here. Yes, guys, we do have the tornado warning here in Missouri. This is the second one today so far. Once again, until about 12:30 here Central Time, we've got portions of Osage Beach, Lakeland, Missouri, Eldon, Eugene, St. Elizabeth, guys. Those warnings are scrolling at the bottom of your screen by county. So we will be giving you guys those alerts as they come in. We'll go back here and check on base velocity, and you can still see exactly where that rotation is at here, just to the north of Camdenton, Missouri. Headed about 36 miles per hour northeast here towards Osage Beach. To Secambia as well. We'll be watching you guys. This looks to be, like I said, kind of headed towards the St. Thomas and the Jefferson City area here in Missouri, so we're going to have to watch that. We'll check to see if we have a CC on this, and I don't think there's no CC. So this tornado is not on the ground physically right now, which is some good news. So we'll keep you guys updated on that. So we've got a lot of line of storms as well here, back here into Tulsa, Oklahoma. You can see the showers and the storms that are ongoing as well. What's basically going to happen? I'm going to mention this in a nutshell for any of y'all that kind of can kind of grasp onto this information here. Will it be on the ground? Hopefully not. I can't tell that until we actually get CC drop or something that it says it's on the ground, or a spotter confirms it. I want you guys to see what's going to happen here. This is our main cold front off to the west here. Once this line of storms moves through, the event will be done with today. Well, basically what I'm getting at here is we're going to see an open warm sector, which is going to allow for supercells to fire off for the next couple of hours. I will mention this as well. I think the peak of our event is going to be between now and about 6 p.m. Central Time. And the reason why I say that is instability, that storm energy that we need for severe weather to happen. It's very, very limited today. We're looking at anywhere from 1,000 to about 1,500 joules per kilogram of instability. So what that basically means is storms are going to have a little bit of an issue today, potentially with latching onto surface-based instability. So any storm that becomes semi-discrete, kind of like we're seeing here in central Missouri, will have the chance to produce a significant EF2 plus tornado. So Fort Smith, Arkansas, you guys are in that slight, almost enhanced risk there. I would take it as an enhanced risk just because you're borderline on it, to be very, very mindful. Just kind of looking around here, but we're going to see this line of storms intensify.
A new tornado watch has been issued.
And I believe that is our tornado watch right there. They finally issued it. They issued the tornado watch today without a mesoscale discussion, which is actually surprising.
A new tornado watch has been issued.
That is for eastern Kansas. Why do we have this in eastern Kansas?
A new tornado watch has been issued.
I'm going to let this pop up. Okay, yeah. Eastern Kansas, Arkansas, your watch is coming in, and Missouri's watch will be coming in. This is the first time I've seen a watch issued without a mesoscale discussion. All right, that watch is going to pop up here in just a second.
A new tornado watch has been issued.
Gabby, please be safe if you're chasing today. Please, please, please. Right, thank you for the sub. I appreciate you. Thank you. Number 280. Thank you for the love. I appreciate it.
A new tornado watch has been issued.
There it is. Big old watch today. And guess what? This is valid until 7 p.m. Central Time. So this is going to be the main event here for today. We've got northwestern Louisiana, Shreveport area concluded in that. Northeast Texas, this includes Texarkana. This includes, we've got Clarksville. We've got DeKalb. We have New Boston. Domino is in that as well. KDP, if you're in the chat, that is for you as well, 7 p.m. Central Time. Eastern Oklahoma, including McAllister. You guys had storms last night. You got storms again today. We've got Fort Smith, Arkansas, and that Russellville. Anybody in that pink outlined watch box here? This is that tornado watch that's out till 7 p.m. Central Time. There probably will be an extension at some point once we get closer to the evening hours here, so. Big old watch today. Big old watch. There it is. So Columbia, Springfield, Joplin, Fayetteville, or Harrison, Fort Smith, Eastern Oklahoma, Central Arkansas. It's a pretty big watch, guys. Pretty big area today for potential for tornadoes. Once again, high tornado threat, moderate EF2. So, like I said, this is going to be a pretty interesting next couple of hours to watch here. High tornado risk, decent threat for moderate EF2 plus tornadoes. Those are your big destructive wedge tornadoes. Decent moderate wind threat, low wind threat over 65, moderate hail threat, and low insignificant hail threat today. So, I'll read this description out here to you guys so you can see this.
A new tornado watch has been issued.
That'll continue to come in as that updates. So we've got western and central Arkansas, southeastern Kansas, northwestern Louisiana, central and southern Missouri, eastern Oklahoma, and northeastern Texas. Ohio, you guys are fine. We're not expecting anything in Ohio. I'll say that one time today. Several tornadoes are likely today, with a couple intense tornadoes possible. Scattered damaging winds up to 70 miles per hour and large hail up to 1.5 inches in diameter. So once again, the Easter Sunday shit show begins, guys. This is not what I wanted to do for my Easter Sunday, but we really don't have any options today, so. We'll get back up here where we do have an active tornado warning currently still in effect here for central Missouri, Four Seasons, Eldon, and Camdenton in that tornado warning currently still. I have to zoom back out here so I can use the Springfield radar. This is going to be a little bit wonky. I do appreciate you guys for joining here on your Easter Sunday. This is, like I said, not something I wanted to have to do today. I was hoping we were going to escape severe weather for Easter Sunday, but that's definitely not on the table for today. So this is that tornado warning. We've still got about 20 minutes left on this warning. Babe, if you want to be on standby for Katie and the people on the team as well that are in, because I know Carissa's at work. If you want to be on standby, Katie, I don't know if you're in stream or not. Claire, if you guys are in here, if you guys need anybody, just message Ro. I'm a guess if she's cool with it. Guys, I will mention we are also live on YouTube. So for the 300 of you guys that are in stream, if you would like to get your questions answered, I can see it a little bit better on YouTube's chat than TikTok's chat. So make sure y'all head over to YouTube as well. We're live there and here. Guys, we're going to be on here, like I said, until about 5:30, 6 p.m. Central Time. And then I'm going to have to get off here. It is Easter Sunday. I do have things that I have to do today. So I'm going to be on here for the next 5.5 to 6 hours to give you guys some coverage. We'll get you guys through majority of the day, the majority of the event here. So as always, if you're joining in the stream, hit that follow button. I do appreciate y'all very, very, very much. Warnings are scrolling at the bottom of your screen there by county. So if you're in a watch, if you're in a warning, that'll be down there at the bottom. That'll tell you all the details there. That bougie red overlay at the bottom of your screen will give you all that information you need. I'll get to timing here in just a second. You know what? I'll go ahead and pull. That way I can answer everybody's questions really quickly. We'll go ahead and show timing briefly. So like I said, guys, not going to be a really long day today. If you're in Missouri, if you're in Arkansas, that watch is out till 7 p.m. Central Time. It should be out of here. Most of the severe weather event tonight or this evening should be done no later than sunset. We'll start to work storms into Illinois and Western Kentucky. They should be mostly sub-severe by the time dinner time gets here. So this is really going to be, like I said, between now and the next 6 to 7 hours is going to be the biggest risk zone coverage wise that we're going to see. So we've got supercells firing off here in Missouri. This is our latest Triple HR model run. Basically what's going to happen is this line of storms that's ongoing in eastern Oklahoma is going to intensify. We're going to have this shortwave trough that's going to move to the north here. It's going to allow this line of storms to develop. Any prefrontal supercells that develop in front of this line will have the chance to produce a violent tornado, possibly a long track tornado with the environment that's at play today. But we're going to see that line of storms really get going here around, this is going to be around 4 to 5 p.m. And then after that, we should start to see a weakening trend once these storms cross into eastern Missouri and Illinois. We'll be really just looking at damaging winds with a brief tornado spin up, and then that really extends all the way down to northern portions of Arkansas. So it's a very, very quick window today, guys. Not like yesterday where we're going to have rounds and rounds and rounds of storms like we had in Texas and Oklahoma. A little bit of a different setup today. So we're going to get this thing hopefully out of here a little bit quicker. I will mention, and this is something I do want to mention to you guys, The reason why we have such a big tornado risk for today in general is because of the shear. We are looking at what's called, in the meteorological terms, this is called a high shear, low cape day. So you need instability. That's what we call the word cape. That's what feeds storms to become, severe. You need shear in the lower levels and the mid levels of your atmosphere to produce tornadoes, damaging winds, and hail. This is the instability that we're looking at. So not a lot of instability to work with today like we've had the last couple of days. We're going to see that instability start to intensify over the next couple of hours. Kind of peak heating is going to be right around 3 to 4 p.m. this afternoon. So looking at St. Louis down towards central Missouri, this is where I personally think at between 3 and 5 p.m. this is going to be our worst corridor, I think, for tornado potential. We're going to have a pretty decent amount of instability and a little bit of shear in place to allow for tornado genesis here across Missouri, western Illinois, and northern and central Arkansas. But as you guys see, as the sun starts to set, that instability dies off. We're really going to be looking at more of a damaging wind and hail event, if anything, left over for Illinois and Indiana. You can see there is barely anything left for these storms to really hang on to, and therefore those storms would start to weaken, or should start to weaken very, very quickly once they get into eastern Missouri. So if we can escape and get out of the potential here for the next 6 hours and kind of keep things at a low end, that would kind of keep everything else at bay. We'll just kind of keep things updated. I will say tornado parameters are going to increase over the next couple of hours with that shear. You can see tornado parameters are the highest in Missouri around 3 to 4 p.m. That's when I think the highest ceiling for this event will be reached, is the next 3 to 4 hours. So like I said, if you're out and about, Easter, church, dinner, whatever you guys are doing, please have a way to get alerts on your phones, whether it's via watching me. Throw me up on your TV. We're live on YouTube. You guys can watch us on YouTube. Throw us up on the TV. You guys can watch wherever. Have alerts. Just have a way to get alerts on your phones, whether it be me or somebody else. Because this is, like I said, Easter Sunday. Not a lot of people are thinking about tornado potential. So the window is between now and 7 p.m. Central Time tonight. That is what we are looking at for tornadoes today. Outside of that, things should start to weaken pretty rapidly after the sun sets tonight. So yes, there is a tornado warning currently right now here. This is for Osage Beach, Eldon, Eugene, and St. Elizabeth. So this is a discrete supercell here. We've got about 15 minutes left on this tornado warning here. This is just to the south of Jefferson City. So yes, this is our only current tornado warning right now. Outside of that, we have no severe weather alerts. So if this tornado warning drops, we won't have any alerts really until now. So like I said, I wasn't actually planning on getting on stream for another 45 minutes, but that warning came out, so we got on here. So Eldon, you guys are in that warning. Like I said, it looks to me currently, we'll take a look at velocity. Looks like, Eldon, you're on the west side of the warning up here, so the actual main area of rotation on this storm is going to be south here, Osage Beach. Eldon may not see any of this other than the rain. The reason why Eldon's in the warning is because it could wobble, so that's why. If you are in a tornado warning, guys, please make sure you're seeking shelter. You guys have got to know when you get warnings on your phones. It really amazes me how many people come and stream, and they're like, I'm in a tornado warning. Like, what? How do you not know that? Need to have alerts on your phones, guys. Springfield, Missouri, you're in a tornado watch till 7 p.m. Conditions are favorable for tornadoes for the next 6 to 7 hours. So what is a discrete supercell? This is an exact example of a discrete supercell. So you have lines of storms, you have supercells. Supercells are basically thunderstorms, regular thunderstorms, but they have rotating updrafts in them, and that's due to low-level shear and low-level moisture convergence. And when you get a cell that's by itself like this is what we call a discrete supercell. It is rotating. It has the chance to produce a tornado, some large hail, damaging winds, etc. And then you have, like I said, a line of storms, which is what's ongoing back over here into portions of Oklahoma. So we're going to start to see this line of storms intensify in eastern Oklahoma and then work its way into Arkansas and Missouri. Like I said, I think we're going to see more of a QLCS strong tornado risk this afternoon. That's kind of what my thoughts are right now. Some of the models are a little bit more robust with tornado genesis this afternoon. Like I said, it's all just, we're going to have to wait and see what happens, guys, at this point in time. So a lot of things to get figured out over the next 4 to 5 hours. There's also the chance that we may not get a lot of tornadoes today. Hopefully that is the case. There's always the high ceiling. There's always a low floor when these events happen, especially when you've got the chance for strong tornadoes. So yeah, if you're in Eldon, if you are in Osage Beach, St. Elizabeth, especially if you're on the eastern side of this warning box where the actual potential tornado is at, this is where that's going to be tracking. So St. Thomas, you're outside this warning. I would expect an extension here soon if that does continue. Tuscumbia and St. Elizabeth, this is where that tornado is going to be tracking at. You've got your actual rotation on the southern side of your storm. This is all wind and hail up here. Not saying that you can't see that storm move north, but as of right now, it's on an easterly track by 36 miles per hour east. So 39 miles per hour east. So So once again, this will be headed towards Jefferson City. Eventually, if we kind of watch this thing long track, we get towards the eventually up here towards Western Illinois. So we'll have to see what in fact happens with this here. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna look at gate to gate shear and see what we've got on this. Yeah, so this is still pretty decent. Yeah, not really any strong rotation, but it's still enough there to warrant the warning. No, guys, this is not on the ground. I promise if it was on the ground, you would know. This is radar indicated. Also, guys, I will mention briefly, we don't have severe weather tomorrow, so what I'm going to probably do tomorrow for Monday, let me ask y'all this question. How would y'all feel tomorrow for a radar and model live stream class tutorial? How would you guys feel about that? We don't have any severe weather forecast at all for anywhere in the United States tomorrow. Tomorrow would be a good day, I think, to get on here and teach y'all how to use radar and how to look at models and all that stuff, etc. Might help y'all understand just a little bit more how this stuff works. I know y'all have a lot of questions, and like I said, I'm not gonna get mad at you guys for not understanding how weather works because some people don't, some people do. It's not a requirement in your life to know how weather works. The only thing that's required that I ask that people know how to get alerts on your phones when tornadoes happen and when severe weather happens. If you don't have alerts on your phones or a way to get severe weather alerts or know what's going on with your weather every single day or at least check it once a day, then you put your life at risk. That's where I start to stress that to people. So I will let y'all know a timing tomorrow when I make my video, when I make my forecast video tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday. So yeah, I'll let you guys know tomorrow. It'll probably be midday. We'll get on here on TikTok and we'll go on live on YouTube and we'll do a whole tutorial. So yeah, so Lakeland, you're in this cell right now. It's moving over top of you guys. Where, like I said, that rotation is at on this storm is down here towards Osage Beach. So if there is a tornado in progress, question mark, if there is, this is where it's going. So yeah, I'll let you guys know tomorrow in my video in the morning what time we'll do our live stream. Y'all got to promise me one thing. When we get on here tomorrow, y'all have to listen, ask questions, and learn, and don't give me an attitude because some people come in here and they're just rude as hell, and I don't know why it is. Most of y'all are pretty good. I appreciate y'all that have a lot of respect. I do. For some reason, I always get one or two people that come in the stream and they're like, "You're an idiot. You don't know what you're talking about. Come on." So once again, guys, tornado warning here. We got about 10 minutes left on this. I wouldn't be shocked to see a warning extension on this. We'll see what the National Weather Service here out of St. Louis does. Tomorrow will probably be the only day we don't have severe weather this coming up week. We're probably going to have severe weather every single day somewhere in the United States, Tuesday through Sunday. So we'll use tomorrow as a teaching day, teach you guys how to look at radar, all of that stuff. So by the way, guys, I'll mention if you get muted in the stream, it's not just me. The mods will mute you guys. If you spam your location a million times after we've answered the questions or any of that, or if you're just rude or just straight up rude in the chat, you're going to get muted and blocked. It's just that simple. This is a live stream to help save lives and to educate people about the weather and to literally save lives. Don't come in here and be rude. You won't get muted and blocked if you're not rude. It's that simple. Or put false information in the chat. I know if there's a tornado on the ground. Trust me. I've got a million different screens up right now that will tell me if there's a tornado in progress. So you guys are in good hands. I promise. I promise. I'm not like all of these other weather enthusiasts on TikTok and other platforms that don't know what they're talking about that use this to fearmonger and to scare people. That's not what I do here. Sorry. I'm actually in school for meteorology. This is what I actually do for a living. I've done live severe weather coverage and hurricane season coverage for 8 years now. It's not my first time doing this. You guys are in good hands. We're here to keep you guys safe. And that's that. It's Easter, and what are we doing? We're covering severe weather on Easter, so just that simple. All right, so we've got 9 minutes left on this warning. We'll see if they go in extension. If they drop this warning, we won't have any severe thunderstorm warnings or tornado warnings. This is the only warning that's out right now, which means we can breathe and take some time and look at some things. Now, there are a lot of TikTokers that I do like. If you guys don't follow a good friend of mine, basically my brother, Connor's Climate Corner, I know a lot of y'all watch him. He's a little bit higher than me up there in followers, but he's also part of my team. I really love what he does. He's freaking awesome. So you guys will probably see me and Connor. We bounce back. We'll do some phone calls on stream, stuff like that. He's really good. There's a lot of good meteorologists that are on this platform as well that come into my streams that I talk to on a daily basis as well. So we're definitely up there. Like I said, I'm not a degreed meteorologist, but I will be here soon. So that's the biggest thing that I advertise. I don't think you need as long as you know how to read a radar and how to explain weather content and not content, but explain weather and how things work, you should be pretty good to go. So I've covered some wild things, guys. If any of y'all have been here for the last 2 years watching, we've covered some wild events from Hurricane Helene last year, Hurricane Milton in Florida. That was a whole other situation, to multiple tornado outbreaks this year. We've been here for every single outbreak that's happened this year. We were here for every single outbreak that happened last year. So Eldon, Osage Beach, you guys got about 7 minutes left on this tornado warning, so we're almost there. Also, guys that are gifting, Mandy, Uncle Till, Green Goddess, thank you guys for the gifts. I do appreciate it. I do see you guys. Thank you guys also for all the taps. If you guys are watching me on TikTok, make sure y'all sub to me on YouTube. We are also live on YouTube. We are dual streaming today. Once again, we will be dual streaming every single day. You guys will probably have a better chance at getting your questions answered over on YouTube, just because, like I said, I can see the chat a little bit better than TikTok. So make sure y'all hit follow over there as well. We are trying to grow my channel over there. We've got 91,000 followers on TikTok and only 3,000 subs on YouTube. So, and it's free to sub on YouTube, guys. That's where we will be if for whatever reason something happens to TikTok. Jennifer, once again, you always want to be around me when I'm on stream, but whenever I'm not doing something, you don't want me. This cat, I swear. So this warning should be expiring. I don't see them needing to extend this unless there is still something here. Yeah, there's not much left here on this warning, so this should be set to expire here soon, unless they just feel the need to. They could do an extension. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, Osage Beach, this just passed over you guys. Like, just passed over y'all. So we do not have reports of a confirmed tornado. There was not a confirmed from what I know of as of now. Let me see if we've got any storm reports so far on this. I wonder. Interesting. I wonder if we're going to get a moderate risk upgrade in 2 hours. We're going to have to see here what SVC does in a little bit. All right, let's see here. Boonville, Missouri, you guys are in, I believe, the enhanced risk as well. Let me see if I can find Boonville in here. I don't have a way to actually look at. Jennifer. Up by Columbia. Okay, yeah. For some reason, I'll have a way to look at actual areas here. There it is. Yeah, you guys are in the enhanced. You're in that tornado watch till 7 p.m. It's not like Radar Omega where I can able to type in locations. A little bit different here. I seriously wonder if we are going to get a moderate risk upgrade at 3 p.m. We're going to have to see what happens in the next hour or so. Yikes. Yeah, we might get a moderate upgrade. I don't say that too lightly, guys. It's definitely might be on the table. We'll have to see. If SPC does it, it would be in 2 hours. Then again, too, it might be too late. We'll see. Some of the mesoscale features that are coming out right now are a little bit concerning. All right, so this warning should expire here in about 3 minutes. Doesn't look like we're going to get another one, but still, we've got a... This is what's concerning to me. And if you know about the weather, if you don't know about the weather, I'll kind of explain this. This is going to be a problem. The fact that we have no convection ongoing in front of this line of storms is an open door for tornadic supercells to fire off anywhere between now and 7 o'clock tonight. If any storm can take vulnerability of the atmosphere in front of this line of storms, we could easily get an EF3 plus tornado in it. Easily. Absolutely easily as heck. That's how favorable the environment is today. So that's why I stress to you guys in northern Arkansas, and in Missouri today that you are on weather alert today, please. So we've got this cold front here off to the west. This is our line of storms. This is going to start to intensify. Should start to get tornado warnings and some severe thunderstorm warnings on this here relatively soon. It's almost 12:30 Central Time, so peak heating should almost be present here. Take a look at this. Yeah, we're going to start seeing semi-discrete supercells in this area here soon. The good news is eastern Oklahoma, you guys will be done with this event first, probably in the next 2 to 3 hours, but we're going to have to watch any of these little bubble thunderstorms that are popping up here. Will have the chance to produce some ridiculous stuff. I still stand hold to. I would not be shocked. I would not be shocked to see a moderate risk issued in central and southern Missouri by the 3 o'clock update. If we've got multiple tornadoes on the ground at that point, they'll do it. And that'll be like our 6th or 7th or 8th moderate risk this year to level 4 out of 5 for you guys that don't know that. I wouldn't be shocked. Let's look at mesoscale features real quick and see how much instability we've actually got present as well. This is going to be a little bit of a key factor here. Also, this tornado warning did expire, guys, so we no longer... We don't have any warnings. We are clear of warnings right now. All right, let's take a look here for a minute. Let's see what we've got in the atmosphere. I like to show this because this kind of gives us an idea of what our actual features in the atmosphere are doing currently. All right, so... Yeah, so here's going to be the interesting thing to watch. So we've got almost 80-degree temperatures down here into Arkansas. Temperatures in southern Missouri are still... We're still getting 60s and some 70s. We got a lot of cloud cover up here in northern Missouri. This might be a big question mark on if we're going to get severe storms, but this will be the area to watch in terms of tornado potential, at least strong tornado potential as of right now. Dew points in the 60s, temps pushing 80 almost for some areas there, so it's an open warm sector for tornadoes, severe storms to fire off and really, really quickly here if they can become in fact surface-based. Just taking a look at our surface-based CAPE. Yeah, we're overdoing on surface-based CAPE. This is a big indicator already of over-exceeding. This is why you guys can't go off of model runs all the time. Model runs only do so much. You have to look at what the atmosphere is actually doing. This is raw data that the models do not see very well. This is actual real data coming in from the National Weather Service in terms of soundings and information that's taken up in the atmosphere, like literal actual data. And Yeah,
A
there we
new
go.
tornado warning has been issued.
All right, so we got, I believe, an extension. Yep, they did go an extension on this. Let me get the radar back up here. There we go. So we got 14-minute extension on this warning. So this is valid until 12:45. We've got Eugene and Tuscumbia in this tornado warning here. So if you're in those areas, please be seeking shelter immediately, guys. Let's take a look at the velocity on this again. Yep, it's still there. This little booger doesn't want to go away. I wonder if SPC goes special update on this. I'm curious on. Interesting. So once again, this is headed towards Eugene, Missouri, guys. If you're in this tornado warning here, that's the area that I have circled where the rotation is currently at. All right. Let's see here. Let's see if we've got a CC on this. Yep, no CC on this, so there's not. Still not on the ground. Yep, guys, if you're in that tornado watch for today, it's a pretty big area. Please make sure you have alerts on your phones. Be ready to go if you get a warning in place. Like I said, I know it's Easter. I know people are probably not thinking about severe weather. Easter's got some pretty recent last couple of years of producing some significant tornado outbreaks. So I wouldn't be shocked to see if we got a tornado outbreak today. It's definitely going to be on the table. We'll go back here and look at this. Jenny Purr, you need to go, girl. Hold on, guys. Go. I do want to mention something as well, guys. If you're in a marginal risk, whether it's the dark green, the yellow, or the orange, we've had tornadoes in 2% tornado risk. If you're in that light green and you're like, oh, I'm only level 1 out of 5, I'm going to be fine. No, every single risk zone needs to be taken seriously, especially with an atmospheric setup like today. We could get severe storms as far as Cedar Rapids and Davenport, Illinois, all the way up towards portions of northern Illinois and down as far as almost Houston today. So you need to have a way to get alerts on your phones. You need to have a way to be weather ready just in case something happens. Is it less likely to happen in lower risk zones? Yes, but it doesn't mean it's not zero. I think a lot of people just focus on the higher risk zones, and it doesn't. That's not how that is. Caitlin, that tornado warning is not confirmed as of now. I did see a report that there was a brief touchdown in Camdenton, so we're going to have to wait for some reports to come in on that, but it does look like that there was an observed tornado about 35 minutes ago on that warning. It's the same storm. Let's see if we've got a little bit more gate-to-gate shear on this. Yeah, starting to fizzle out a little bit again. So I think they're warning this storm out of precaution. We've got about 10 minutes left on this tornado warning. Yes, guys, this is in Missouri. So this is just south of Jefferson City, Missouri. We've got Eldon and St. Elizabeth in this warning. All right. Let me go back briefly here while I've got a second. I'm going to look at this really quickly. Can I take a look at our atmosphere? Yeah, we're going to have some pretty decent surface-based cape. A little bit concerning. A little bit concerning today. Yeah, violent tornado parameters are already setting up. You can see where some of these higher tornado parameters are at. Down here in Arkansas and Oklahoma, as soon as this line of storms gets intensified and matured enough, we'll start to see those tornado warnings come out rapidly here. So that's what I'm waiting for in terms of the tornado risk here. It's gonna be a rough next couple of hours, guys. So like I said, if you're in Arkansas, southern Missouri, central Missouri, eastern Oklahoma, get ready, kind of hunker down here. It's gonna get real loud here in the next little bit. So if it's anything, at least what last night was. So. Okay. So we've got 7 minutes left on this tornado warning. Once again, I will be shocked if they extend this warning again. If they do decide to extend this,
A new tornado warning has been issued.
you know, I just at this point, I'm just gonna shut up. They just extended it. So we've got Jefferson City, Russellville, and Centertown now in this tornado warning. So if you were in Jefferson City, Missouri, I'm not joking. It does happen every time. I talk about if they're going to extend it, and then they extend it. I promise, guys, I'm not manifesting it. I promise. I'm not. This little cell's really trying, though. It's definitely hanging on for sure. So, Eugene, this is getting ready to come through your area here. And then we've got Russellville, Centertown, and Jefferson City, guys. If you're in these cities and towns that I'm calling out, you need to be seeking shelter. You don't need to be outside twiddling your thumbs and waiting for a tornado to drop out of the sky, because that's not how that works. It's how you get yourself eliminated off the face of the earth. Yeah, this cell is really trying. It's really, really hard to see it, too, because you have what's called a radar dead zone. So we've got the St. Louis radar trying to reach this. We've got the Kansas City radar trying to reach this. And we've got the one in Springville. This is literally a dead zone for storms. Like, I hate covering storms in central Missouri just because the radar coverage is so disgusting. It is almost impossible to see if there's actually a tornado on the ground with these storms in the central Missouri area because the radars are so horrible. Okay. So once again, guys, if you're in Russellville, St. Martin's, Jefferson City, Wardsville, and headed towards the interstate. Or no, not interstate, Highway 50 here. You need to be in your safe place, guys. This is a radar indicated tornado warning as of now. Yeah, if you've got tornado sirens going off and you're in the area, please seek shelter. Don't be outside. I cannot stress that enough. That's the most dumbest thing you could probably do. That's how you get yourself offed. So we still got some pretty strong rotation on this. This continues to track. It's going to head towards Columbia. So that's Columbia, Missouri. They may have to extend this tornado watch. I don't know why it wasn't issued that far north either. We may have to get that watch extended. Yeah, if you're in Columbia, Missouri, I would definitely be watching this. I would say more Fulton area here needs to be concerned. Yeah, that's the Fulton and Kingdom City is kind of where I'm thinking this is going to go. Ashland will come first, Jefferson City, and then east. So it could wobble. I think if the warning comes out, it probably would extend, kind of like that. We'll see. Yeah, guys, take shelter if you're in a tornado warning. I see so many people just now saying they're going to their safe place. I want to also make y'all understand tornado sirens are only meant. I hope you guys understand tornado sirens are only meant to be heard for people that are outside. If you rely on tornado sirens for your tornado alerts and you're inside a building, it's not going to work. Tornado sirens are only meant for people to be heard outside, and they sound during the whole entire warning off and on. It's not your indication to leave your safe place if a tornado warning stops sounding. It's going to go off and on. That's how they work. People use tornado sirens as their alert system, and it's probably the most dumbest thing to do. They are only meant for people to hear outside that are doing like construction work and stuff like that. So that's why I stress to you guys, you need to have a way to get alerts on your phones. Download your news station app, whatever you need to do to get emergency alerts on your phone for warnings. That's another way that you can get yourself off the face of the earth if that's what you're trying to do. Hopefully that's not the case, but just be smart about it, guys. So once again, we have this tornado warning out until 1:30.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
What are they doing with this? I don't... Okay. This makes no sense, but okay. They just overlapped the warning. Again, it's just for the western side of the other warning box. It's still the same storm. Missouri's National Weather Service has the most weirdest ways of issuing their tornado warnings. I don't know why they don't just slap one big red polygon over the whole thing instead of putting 3 different polygons out. That doesn't make any sense to me. So, Eugene, Russellville, Wardsville, St. Martin's, Jefferson City, Missouri, guys, please be in your safe place. Please, please, please. Today is not a day to mess around with Mother Nature. If y'all were in stream last night and saw what happened in Oklahoma and Texas, this is the same storm system. The new tornado warning that was issued is just to overlap where the original one is at because the other one expired. So the tornado warning is still the same area. Just overlapped it. Yeah, this thing is moving at snail speed. Okay. So, like I said, we got about 15 minutes left on this warning, the southern one, and then 1:30 for Russellville. So we still got about 45 minutes here on this tornado warning that is in headed towards Jefferson City, Missouri. I'm going to take a little overview here and see if we've got anything else going on. Yeah, these storms are starting to intensify pretty quickly off to the west. Oklahoma, eastern Oklahoma, y'all might get lucky today. We'll see. These supercells are definitely firing off. This is going to be really concerning if all of these discrete storms can get surface based. I definitely think a regional tornado outbreak is on the table today. You know, we only have 2 tornado warnings currently right now, but like I said, we've got a very unstable open warm sector in front of these storms. I mean, it just takes a little bit of surface-based cape, and you can get multiple long-track tornadoes ripping through Arkansas and Missouri today. So this could turn into a really ugly day if things continue kind of trending up where they're at right now. We can handle 1 or 2 tornado warnings, but not 12 or 15 at once like we had last night. That was definitely up there. Guys, the tornado watch, so this pink box here that you guys see on your screen, this goes from basically Shreveport, Louisiana, all the way up into central Missouri. This is a tornado watch. This is out until 7 p.m. So timing-wise, anybody that is in this area here, you could see storms up to 7 p.m. Central Time tonight. That is basically what we're looking at. So that's the timing. Anything between now and 7 p.m. So just make sure you guys are listening to when I call out cities and counties and towns. If you get your name called out, typically that means you need to get to your safe place. I try to let you guys know well in advance if a storm's going to go tornadic. It's really easy to read radar. It's not super, super hard. And you can kind of predict if a storm's going to drop or not. That's just the meteorology behind it. So. Yeah, my Jefferson City people, you guys are in the tornado warning. You need to be in your safe place. It's not a confirmed tornado, but if this storm continues on the path that it's going to be going into Jefferson City, at least where the tornado could be potentially at. It doesn't matter if the tornado's on the ground or not. You need to be seeking shelter whether it's radar indicated or not, because this could drop in a heartbeat on top of you. I am going to do a weather tutorial class with you guys tomorrow on live stream. We are going to talk about what to do in warnings. We're going to talk about how to go about doing that. We're going to have a whole day tomorrow, and we're going to talk about how to get prepared for severe weather, because I think y'all definitely would enjoy that. Yep, so this is Jefferson City, Missouri, guys. Yep, Missouri, not Arkansas. If I said Arkansas, that's my bad. I meant Missouri. It's actually starting to pick up some pretty decent hail on it here, too, as well. Hail up to maybe up to 1.25 inches almost. So once again, Centertown, Russellville, St. Martin's, Jefferson City, and Eugene, Missouri under this tornado warning here for the next 40 minutes. Radar indicated tornado warning. So like I said, if you're in those areas, please be in your safe place. That's a bathroom. That's a closet. That is a tornado shelter if you have one. And here we go. Oklahoma's going to start getting going now as well. Severe thunderstorm warning for Oklahoma. Get to that really quickly here. This is just east of Tulsa. Yep, this is Torpos. So we are seeing rotation on this storm down here near Holbert. You can already start to see. So this will probably be our next tornado warning. So if you're out in front of this storm here in Oklahoma, we got Holbert and then Highway 412. This technically would go up towards, you got to watch this one. This would be going towards Joplin. Just as if they need another tornado up there. Yep, this is going to be a semi-discrete supercell. Already getting going there. So, like I said, we're going to have our main line of storms, and then we're going to have these discrete cells, and any of these discrete cells could have the chance to produce a violent long-track tornado today, guys. It's going to be a pretty lengthy next little bit of time. Yeah, they need to get a tornado warning on this now. This is going to be spinning up here really, really soon. We might actually have... No, that's hail. I was going to say we might actually have something there already, but that's hail indicator. So this is what we call rotation. You've got inflow winds, you've got outflow winds. Holbert, Holbert, Oklahoma here, guys. This is a Torpos severe thunderstorm warning. Means it does have the potential to produce a tornado. So this is going to be kind of headed towards Joplin up here, so we'll have to watch that. So that's northeast Oklahoma and southern portions of Missouri that we're watching on that storm. Still got this tornado warning here in Jefferson City, Missouri, in and around Loham, Russellville, St. Martin's as well. This storm's been producing tornado warnings for about 2 hours now. We need to start a GoFundMe for a radar site in central Missouri because this is just awful. I absolutely hate central Missouri's radar coverage. It is so bad. Yeah, I've still got some rotation. Got a mesoscale indicator on there as well. About half-inch hail on that. Good news is no correlation coefficient. So this tornado is not on the ground. This is still radar indicated. So like I said, you can see the hail core there, that blue popping up. So looks to be headed into Jefferson City. So if you're in Jefferson City, stay hunkered down. I expect a new tornado warning to be issued here soon. Lake Mikey Town, probably said that wrong, hope not. Holt Summit, Hartsburg, Ashland. This is getting really, really close to Fulton and Columbia. So if we get a new warning, it'll probably be extended kind of like this. That's kind of my thoughts. I do want to briefly go back down here to Oklahoma because this storm has really good potential on it in terms of tornado genesis. This has got tornado genesis written all over it. Yeah, you can already see, like I said, this is your... Yeah, wow, yeah, they've got to get a tornado warning on this storm here in Oklahoma. I'm not a fan of the way that this is looking. Very, very strong inflow notch developing on this cell. So if you're out in front of this, Highway 82, I don't think we have any major places here that are popping up. I'll have to wait to see the county, but Holbert, you guys are about to get some pretty decent spin here over top of you. I'm just kind of waiting for a potential CC to pop up on this. What's that gate-to-gate shear at? Yep, you can see where that shear is placed at. So you got a little bit of it's inflow dominant. So you got stronger inflow winds that are feeding into your cell. Outflow winds are a little bit weak. So if this starts to get a little bit darker blue shaded colors, we'll know that we've got a potential tornado trying to develop here. Right now it looks to be very, very weak rotation still, but it's enough to warrant a tornado warning. So that's what I'm getting at. I'm trying to get you guys to understand. We're trying to give y'all warning time before a warning gets issued. So there is a severe thunderstorm warning on top of this. It is a tornado possible tag, meaning this can produce a tornado. This is once again out for Leech, Holbert, Lost City, Peggs, Rose, Sequoia, State Park, Locust Grove, and then Oaks. And then eventually this goes towards Jay, Langley, Grove, and then we get up here into southern Missouri where Joplin and Springfield are at. So we're going to have to watch these. So we're starting to see a little bit stronger of some inflow popping up there. We'll keep an eye on that and see if that gets warned or not. We'll come back up here to our tornado warning that we've got in Jefferson City. Yeah, this thing has still got rotation on it. So, Eugene, your warning is expiring in 4 minutes. It's really just going to be this one that we've still got out for the next 30 minutes. Like I said, I expect a new warning to be issued for Ashland, Lake Mikeytown, and Fulton, Missouri here soon. Yeah, guys, if my job is if I can give y'all about a 5 to 10 minute alert time before a tornado warning gets issued, that makes me happy because that gives y'all safety time. Whether y'all believe me or not, that's on y'all. I hope y'all trust me and I hope y'all believe the information that I give you guys because I'm not going to sit on here on Easter Sunday and give y'all false information, nor would I do that on any given day. So please take the warning times that I give y'all seriously. I'm trying to save as many lives as we possibly can today. Like I said, today has a high ceiling. We could see a significant tornado outbreak today later on this afternoon if things continue to go the way they're going right now. That is my job. So, yeah, this thing is very, very close to being there. I can't tell if this is... Hold on a second. There might be something here. This is what I'm watching right now. Yeah, I'm not seeing any reports of there being a tornado yet out of this one. So I'm kind of waiting to see. Rotation is definitely there, though. Definitely there. Yeah, they need to get a tornado warning on this storm like ASAP. This is a little bit ridiculous. I don't know what Oklahoma's doing right now, but this should be tornado warned. I mean, it's going to be going northeast here. So we should have the second one also. There's another one trying to spin up here as well. But this is the main one. So if you're out in front of this, Oaks, Oklahoma, going up here towards Highway 412 between Locust Grove and Oaks, Oklahoma, guys, please, I would be seeking shelter. I would be getting ready to go to my safe place. I don't know the specific county until the warning comes out, so I'm trying to get cities to you guys here a little bit easier. I'm not too familiar with counties in eastern Oklahoma. I'm from western Kentucky. I believe it's Okmulgee County, I believe, is what I was seeing last. Actually, I can see county, I think. Hold on a second. Let me pull up Radar Omega real quick. I can actually see the county. County is... Yeah, Cherokee County. Okay, so Delaware County, Mays County, and Cherokee County are the 3 counties that are in that. I'll just use the other. I'm going to use Radar Omega for counties because this other software I have doesn't use it for counties. Yeah, this should be tornado warned once again, but we don't have a tornado warning out, which is a little bit wild to me. Up there in Jefferson City, guys, you still have that warning up there. Jefferson City, Missouri. Stay in your safe places. We got about 30 minutes left on that warning up there for you guys. We try to be ahead of the National Weather Service if we possibly can be. It's my job, at least. That's the goal. Where is the warning? Yeah, this is starting to get a little bit too close to comfort here. I do not like this. Yeah, Jefferson City, guys, you're still in that tornado warning for another 30 minutes. Jefferson City, Missouri. We're watching this storm as well that's in Oklahoma here. This has got a lot stronger rotation on it than the one up in Missouri does. There's also a secondary area of rotation trying to develop here, but this is the main concern. The one that is just north of Holbert, or Oklahoma. Golly. I don't like the way that this is setting up, guys. It's not good. Not good. We'll see what this new radar scan does here in just a second. Yeah, this is ridiculous. All right, let me check on that tornado warning that's back up here in Jefferson City. See what we've got here. Yeah, we've got about 28 minutes left on that warning up here. You guys stay hunkered down in your area. Still kind of waiting to see if we're going to get an extension on this as well. Yep, I would expect a new warning to come out. So if you're in New Bloomfield, Holt Summit, Hartsburg, Ashland, Missouri, up here getting closer to Interstate 70 between Columbia and Fulton, we probably will get a new warning here very soon. I've kind of been mentioning that. Still seeing a little bit of circulation on this storm. Like I said, a little bit of there is a rotation indicator down there as well. So this is continuing to track northeast. Looks like it is going to go towards Fulton. So starting to see, like I said, that watch expansion potentially coming here soon too. Yep, still a little bit of rotation on that storm. It's not by far anything crazy. So we'll keep an eye on that. I'm still getting very, very concerned about this storm in Oklahoma. I don't know why we still don't have a tornado warning on this. Okay. Once again, guys, I do appreciate y'all for tapping the screen. We've almost got 500 viewers in here. I appreciate y'all. Happy Easter to you guys. I know this is not the best way to be spending Easter, is having a tornado outbreak in the Arctech or the Plains or the Ohio Valley, but we're here to keep you guys safe, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that exact thing today. So, like I said, if we call your city or county out in a warning, please seek shelter. This is not a day to mess around. We have the threat for strong, violent, long-track tornadoes today across Missouri and Arkansas. That's going to be the main threat for today. We're just starting to see these storms intensify. So I will let you guys know. I will only be on here until about 5:30 p.m. Central Time. So we'll be on here at 1 now. I'll be on here for the next 4.5 hours, keeping you guys safe. The main threat window is between now and about 6 p.m. We'll still see some storms after that. These storms should start to weaken very, very quickly once 6, 7, and 8 p.m. get here. So I will have to hop off here after 5:30, but I will also offer this to you guys as well really quickly. If you are interested in weather, if you are just wanting to learn, I am going to do a live stream tomorrow and talk about how to read radar, how to do model analysis, just talk about how to explain in easier terms to you guys so y'all can understand how to predict weather in your own way, etc., all of that. So we're going to do that tomorrow on live stream here on TikTok and over on YT. If you guys are on TikTok, make sure y'all hit that follow button. We are also live over on the YouTube as well, so make sure y'all go over there and subscribe as always. And we'll be dual streaming simultaneously every single time we have severe weather going forward. So. I also will mention this as well. I know a lot of people probably aren't thinking about this, but we are a month, guys, and 10 days away from the start of the official hurricane season in the Atlantic. So June 1st, hurricane season starts. We could actually see storms before that. So I know a lot of people aren't thinking about that because it's not quite yet June. But I will be having a hurricane season forecast coming out very soon as well. Kind of my thoughts on what I think is going to happen this year. So. Yeah, this should be warned. A little bit concerned here on why this storm is not tornado warned. We've been watching this for about 10 minutes now, and they've still yet to warn this. And I'm thinking that they're not going to warn this until a tornado physically drops on the ground out of this. This should be a tornado warned storm. It's torpast, severe thunderstorm wise, but this should be tornado warned. Yeah, a lot of people are under tornado watches. Tornado watch is out till 7 p.m. I'll show that watch here again in just a second. Going forward here, like I said, we're watching this cell. We're watching the one up in Missouri. I'm still really shocked that this is not warned. I mean, it has beautiful, beautiful structure on it. This is a beautiful supercell in terms of weather. If there's a tornado, that's where it's going to be at. It's going to be south of 412, Highway 412 here in Oklahoma. Sadly, this is becoming a thing a lot where storms do not get warned properly. Not all of them do, but lots of showers and storms firing off here, guys. We've still got 22 minutes left on this tornado warning here in Missouri. I'll pop up here to this again so we can keep you guys updated on that. This cell's been producing tornado warnings for right at about an hour and a half, almost 2 hours. So it's been producing for quite some time. It's not physically produced a tornado except for one time. They may not issue a new warning on this. We'll see once it gets closer. So Jefferson City, you guys got 22 more minutes here. Hang on just a little bit longer for me. You're almost there. You're almost done. At least with that cell. Your threat's not done with for today, but that storm will be moving out. Jeez Louise, what is the radar doing? So, go back over here to Oklahoma again. Eastern Oklahoma. NATO Nation 22, thank you for the galaxy. I appreciate you, bud. Thank you for the gift. Heck yeah. Make sure you guys do follow my top gifters in general. I do appreciate them very much. They are what help. All of the donations, guys, do help fund the streaming in general. If you guys don't know, this is my full-time job, except I don't get paid for it. So, I don't really care about that. I don't care about the money, any of that stuff. Just here to keep you guys safe. So I do appreciate the love and the support. Very, 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 very much. Means a lot. Yeah, I'm still really shocked that this is still not warned. Well, that's pretty cool. NATO Nation, thank you again for the gift. I appreciate you. Those gifts are pretty freaking cool. I appreciate it. Y'all are so freaking sweet. Happy Easter to you guys all once again. Like I said, I know this is not how a lot of people want to be spending their Easter, stressing about tornadoes in their backyard, but it happens. Sadly, it happens more times than not. So. Still waiting to see if they're going to tornado warn that storm. Just kind of looking at a broad perspective overview as well. Like I said, most of what's going to happen today is going to be a line of storms that'll start to produce potential tornado warnings here soon. We've got supercells that'll be able to fire off in front of this line of storms that will be the potential for strong tornadoes. We could see a couple strong violent tornadoes today, guys, and I'm waiting to see if the Storm Prediction Center is going to upgrade to a level 4 risk zone today. I definitely think a moderate risk could be added in the next hour and a half in southern Missouri and northern Arkansas. If that happens, I'll be praying for you guys really bad. Hopefully that does not happen. We do not need a moderate risk on Easter. That brings Palm Sunday vibes from 1965 all over again, except in a different area. So hopefully that's not the case. All right, let's get the radar back up here again. Once again, guys, thank you for my weather team being in here answering questions. I do appreciate you guys very much for being in here and helping today. Yeah, most of these storms are going to move in east-northeast. That's going to be storm motion today. So whatever fires off to the west will move northeast. Looks to be that they may not re-tornado warn this, at least as of right now. Could change, though. We got 17 minutes left on this warning. Oh my god. Yeah, I think we are going to get a potential upgrade coming. The new 17Z Her model run just plows through Missouri in about 3 hours. I'm not liking this at all. I need y'all, please, 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 guys. I cannot stress this enough. If you're in Missouri, please, 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 for the love of all that is holy, have a way to get alerts today. I've got a really uneasy feeling about this afternoon for you guys. And I'm not trying to scare anybody or any of that. It's just a little bit of a feeling I get. I don't like it. Just kind of giving it what we're seeing with the atmosphere right now. The good news is, though, Missouri, your storm threat, Arkansas and Missouri will mostly be done after 6 to 7 p.m. So it's really what it's basically what's going to happen in the next 4 hours is where things are going to get crazy. Not Manners. Babe, will you make sure that we have Gracie, if she's not in here, ready to go? I'm getting a little bit concerned on her in about 2 hours. Okay. Yeah, Gracie, if you're in here on my weather team, you might get shoved up to a moderate here in a few minutes. We're gonna wait and see what SPC does in about an hour. Okay. Yeah, so it does not look right now that this warning is going to get extended. And then I say that, and then it gets extended. Yeah, they're going to extend this warning. That new scan just flared that up. All right, so if you're in New Bloomfield, Missouri, Ashland, Holtz Summit, expect a new tornado warning here in just a minute. This just flared back up again in terms of rotation. This is going to be headed towards Fulton, Missouri here. So expect a new tornado warning to come out here in a second. Yeah, you're good, Gracie. I see you. Just want you ready to go here in the next 3 hours, please. Thank you guys for the follows. Thank you guys for the taps. I appreciate it very much. I really hope and pray that what I'm seeing on model runs this afternoon does not verify, because it does not look good, guys. It does not look good. Big uptrend in the last 2 hours. We basically went from looking at kind of a conditional tornado risk to more of like a it might verify tornado risk. It basically, it looks like the whole entire state of Missouri is going to get just quasi-linear EF2 pluses in terms of what the models are showing. Is it going to verify? Hopefully not, but the atmosphere is definitely favorable for tornado genesis between now and 6 p.m. All right, so I'm waiting for a new tornado warning to be issued on this storm. It's almost outside the box here. So New Bloomfield, Holtz Summit, Fulton, you guys will probably get put in this warning. This is going to go just to the southeast of Columbus if they do issue this warning. So this is my job, guys, like I said, is to get you guys these advanced warnings before the warnings get issued. So this is kind of where we're looking at this going. So this looks like it's going to go towards New Bloomfield, Missouri. The green triangle is just a hail indicator. That's for me to see. That way I can kind of identify what's going on with the storm. Okay. While we wait on this warning to potentially be issued, I'm going to drop back down here to Oklahoma, where we've got a torpos severe thunderstorm warning still. Yeah, this is going to get ugly. I don't like this, guys. I want you guys to see something here. So you can see you've got your line of storms off to the west here. This is your main cold front, this line of storms that I've drawn, or that line that I've drawn. These are discrete supercells in front of the line here. These are kind of all clustered together. You guys can see kind of all these little impinged hook echoes. These are what we call semi and semi-discrete supercells. And so basically, or not semi-discrete to semi-discrete supercells, basically what these do is they have the potential to produce strong tornadoes in front of the line of storm. So that's what I'm saying is, if any of these cells can become mature and become surface-based and reached all the way to the ground, we'll have the chance for potentially some violent tornadoes this afternoon, especially as these cross into Arkansas and into Missouri, where that favorable environment is at. And like I said, I do think if this gets going here in the next 30 minutes to an hour, I think we're gonna get potentially a moderate risk, the level 4 out of 5 risk to be updated last minute. Kind of what I'm thinking right now. If things go up, definitely will be possible. It may or may not happen. Regardless if it happens or not, there's still the threat for violent long track tornadoes in this area today. But this is kind of where I'm thinking we're gonna put that out if that happens. I've seen talk about it. Doesn't mean it's gonna happen, but I don't want it to happen, trust me, not whatsoever. But you're starting to see that low level shear kick in. As I mentioned though, where this severe thunderstorm warning is at, got a little bit of rotation here, a little bit of rotation down here in southern Oklahoma, eastern Oklahoma, but most of Oklahoma here, you guys, Oklahoma will be done with the severe weather threat a lot sooner. Like, we're talking, like, it's almost out of Oklahoma. This is going to be moving into Arkansas. So, Joplin, your window is coming right now. You've got a strong line of storms off to your west. Miami, Oklahoma, you've got strong storms here. None of these storms are warned right now, which is good. But one of these supercells out in front of this gets going in long tracks, we could have a long track tornado ripping through the state of Missouri within a matter of minutes. So that's basically what I'm trying to get to, you guys, is the atmosphere today is so favorable for tornadoes. This is not just this conditional tornado risk day. We could get a regional tornado outbreak in Arkansas and Missouri today if things go the way that they are forecasted to go potentially. Could be a very, very busy day for the next 4 to 5 hours. The good news is this line of storms is going to start to pick up speed in the next little bit, but we've got a lot of areas to cover, so. I'm really shocked that this still has not been issued. St. Louis, you guys are in a level 2 risk out of 5. You do have the threat for tornadoes this evening. It's going to be after 6 p.m. The threat for damaging winds and hail also, so it'll be later on this evening. All right, so they did drop the tornado warning. It's no longer there. So we don't have any tornado warnings right now. We'll go back here to Oklahoma since that's the case here, because this is where our main event is going to be starting at. Just trying to get a broad look at here of what's going on. So far, nothing is maturing, which is good. If we can keep that, if we can keep instability low, then things can be a little bit better in terms of the threat, which would be great. Just kind of watching to see which storms are going to get going first. Yeah, guys, the tornado warning expired. And that was in Jefferson City, unless they haven't got a new one yet, so. Yep. So Jefferson City, you guys are in the clear for now. That storm's to the north of you. Yeah, guys, make sure y'all give some love in the chat to the mods. The mods, my whole weather team is in here. There's about 60 of them that are giving up their time of their Easter here to be in here to help answer questions. There's 500 of you guys on TikTok and about 30 of you guys over on YouTube. So they're trying to help answer questions and get y'all knowing what's going on while I cover radar for you guys. That is their job. They are here giving up their time. So please, please, please make sure y'all give them love in the chat, please. We have built this weather team to be at the best that it could potentially be. There are a lot of amazing, every single person on this team is amazing, and I appreciate what they do. So they are doing the thing. Oh, not the puzzle piece. There should not be sirens going off in Jefferson City. The storm is still north of you guys. There is no longer a tornado warning, so that should be gone. They are doing the thing. Yeah, guys, if you guys have t-shirt ideas, send Spider, if you want to pin yourself. If you guys have merch ideas, please feel free to send them to Rochelle. That's my lovely significant other. She does the merch ideas. We're going to be rolling out merch, guys, when summer gets here. So super, super excited about that. If y'all have ideas for merch, feel free to message her and she'll take those and run with those. Elizabeth, thank you for all the gifts. I appreciate it. Damn. I appreciate the camping. Thank you. All 3 of them. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good to see you in here. Very, very much appreciated. Yeah, Missouri, Follow Missouri, over here near St. Louis area. You guys are going to see your storms way later on this evening. We're talking really closer, probably to about 6, 7 p.m. B Seals 3 with the Galaxy. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, guys, for the gifts. Y'all do not have to gift. This is a free service. I do appreciate it, though, very much. We're here to just keep you guys safe. That is the best. Y'all know that. Y'all know why we're on here. Most of y'all have been watching for a long time. So if you're new, welcome to the Mesomat stream. This is what we do for a living. We do live severe weather coverage for all severe weather events for all 50 states. We will be gearing up for hurricane season here in about a month, guys. We'll be covering all hurricane, tropical storms, and tropical cyclones that make landfall anywhere in and around the area or need to be talked about. I will mention, guys, as well, every single person on TikTok thinks that they're a meteorologist when hurricane season gets here, but I promise you guys can trust us. So that's another thing that we have to battle. But anyways, that's a whole other conversation. Yeah, some of you guys have been watching for 3 or 4 years. I've been live streaming on TikTok for 3 years doing this. I've been doing this full time for 2 years. Some of y'all remember me when I used to work at the hotel and I would stream from, I would do weather coverage when I worked at front desk at a hotel full time in North Carolina. So yeah, like I said, guys, if you have merch ideas, send them to Spider VE3. She is going to be hard at work here soon, getting all that going. So, like I said, my goal is to give y'all the best weather coverage that possibly can be issued. Like I said, I'm not a professional meteorologist. I'll say that all day. I'm in school for meteorology. I'm going to school to get my degree done. However long that process takes, there's about a million reasons why that process is taking so long. Y'all know if you're in college, y'all get it. But this is my full-time job. I do weather content 40 to 50 hours of the week. Like I said, this is my full-time job. I say my full-time job, even though I don't get technically paid for it unless it's through TikTok or whatever. But regardless of that, that doesn't matter. My goal is to keep you guys safe, give you guys the best weather coverage, and keep you guys ahead of the storm and give y'all alert times way sooner than the National Weather Service offices and TV stations can. So that is my goal. If you know how to read radar, if you know how to read models, if you know how to tell, just in general where a storm is going, all easy fundamentals, you can learn that easily. Tomorrow, if you guys are just joining in, tomorrow, Monday, we are going to get on live stream tomorrow. We have no severe weather to cover tomorrow. It's going to be a dead day. We will be on here talking about how to read radar, how to read models, how to understand the fundamentals of meteorology. We're going to do all that tomorrow on stream. I'm going to get on here and I'm going to chat with you guys and see what y'all want to know, questions get answered, all of that stuff, etc. So we'll get on here tomorrow afternoon and we'll do that, and we'll hopefully get some people informed and hopefully teach you guys how to understand how to figure where a tornado is at on radar. Because if you can understand how weather works and how to read a radar, you can save your own life without even needing me. And that's my ultimate goal at the end of the day. So there probably will be a Katie. I mentioned that earlier. There probably will be a marginal up in Pennsylvania or New York for wind or hail, but it shouldn't be anything too crazy. So currently right now, we have no warnings. That's going to change here soon. I'm already starting to notice here. You can see this impingement of this Boeing line segment that's going to start to develop. We should start to see some significant warnings start to pile up here eventually soon, sadly. So starting to see some quasi-linear wind developing up here as well. Like I mentioned, guys, I'm only going to be on here until about 5:30 Central Time. So about 4 more hours. I'm only able to live stream until 5:30. We got stuff we've got to get done this afternoon. So I will be doing that with you guys. Until then, I can't cover all night, but I'm going to get you guys through majority of the event today. That's my goal. So all right, let me check on the storm that's back up here in Missouri real quick. No, we have no tornado warnings currently. So this storm's been trying to produce a tornado. This is now in the New Bloomfield area. I don't know why this is not tornado warned again. This should be warned. So someone saw a wall cloud. Yeah, there definitely could be a wall cloud developing with this. There is rotation on this storm. So like I said, why this warning did not get extended, I don't know. New Bloomfield, you guys are definitely potentially seeing a wall cloud there. There's definitely a possibility for that. I will agree with that. Kingdom City, Fulton, you guys need to be, I would be personally taking shelter if I'm in front of this storm. This storm has a known history of producing a tornado, as well as multiple warnings. So Fulton, Kingdom City, Missouri, New Bloomfield, please, I would consider taking shelter if I were you. Just to be on this cautious side. Yeah, let me actually see what chasers are actually on this storm, because I'm curious. see if we have anybody. I don't see anybody yet. I'll have to wait until the report comes in for it. Wondering if the National Weather Service is on lunch break? I really hope not, because this is a little bit concerning. Yeah, this storm should be potentially tornado warned. Oh, that's it.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Look at that. It's like they're watching the stream, guys. Crazy. New Bloomfield, Fulton, Kingdom City. Tornado warning for you guys. Wild. It's like they're watching the stream. This is a radar indicated tornado warning. It is not observed. They rely on Matt to issue the warning. Honestly, though, I wonder if they do sometimes. So this actually could be observed here pretty soon. I'm not seeing a CC right now, but this has actually got some pretty significant rotation on it. I would not be shocked if this does go observed here soon. So out in front of this, Fulton, Kingdom City, this looks to stay, as of right now, west of the warning box here, in west side of the warning box. So if that happens, regardless, this is going to cross over Interstate 70. This is going to split between Columbia and Kingdom City. So if you're driving in this area and you're watching the stream magically, and you're on Interstate 70 here, I would either book it or go somewhere and get, pull over and find somewhere to go. So this might actually be our first observed tornado today, if this does, or second observed, because we did already see the storm produce one. Yeah, gate to gate shear looks really good. So you're seeing those darker oranges there, or those lighter oranges and those darker blues. If these can get a little bit closer to each other, we'll actually have that potential confirmation there. So this is concerning. I do not like this. So this is going towards New Bloomfield, like I said, or it's in New Bloomfield, going towards Fulton, Kingdom City, and Oxface, I guess is how you pronounce that. I don't want to butcher that. Yeah, you can see the hook echo on it too. It is definitely there. That would be it. It's going to be right inside that hook echo. Kind of waiting to see if we got any reports coming on this. Yeah, so apparently this is observed now. We do have reports of this observed. So this is on the ground doing damage, guys. Yeah, this is now confirmed. We need to wait for the warning box to observe it here, but this is now on the ground. Potentially even a significant tornado in progress here. This is very, very strong winds winds at the surface. So if you're out in front of this warning, guys, if you're in Fulton, Kingdom City, Missouri, please be seeking shelter, guys. This is a confirmed tornado now. It is on the ground doing damage. Just north of just outside of New Bloomfield, Missouri. So that's going to be your circulation right there. Let me go back and look at correlation and see. A little bit iffy there, but there is definitely something there. Oh yeah, there's definitely a tornado in progress. 100%. Yeah, I was gonna say it's definitely rain wrapped if it's there for sure. So we're gonna see that warning get upgraded here in just a second to observed. So once again, guys, Fulton, Kingdom City, Interstate 70, Oxface here in Missouri. This is actually going to be approaching the end of the tornado watch, so they're going to have to extend this tornado watch out. I don't know why it's not been issued that far out. It's a little bit stupid here, but cities in front of this, Hannibal, up here towards Quincy, we're going to be crossing the Illinois line here soon, so that's pretty significant. This has definitely got some very strong rotation written all over it. So this is going to be a rain wrap tornado. This is a observed tornado on the ground, guys. Wow. Yeah, it's a strong tornado. There's a lot of videos on X coming in on it too. Yeah, so it's a wedge. It's a multi-vortex wedge tornado that's on the ground. It's via Storm Chaser. Connor's on this one. Yeah, Connor Croft's on that one, I believe. So this is going to be just north of New Bloomfield. This is headed towards Kingdom City and Interstate 70 here in Missouri, guys. Yep, just it's in and around New Bloomfield here, just north of it. I'm gonna guess that is our CC right there. I'm gonna just take a wild guess and guess that's our debris signature. So this is a large, violent tornado that's on the ground. I don't know why it's still not been observed. A little bit concerned on why that's not observed right now. Yep, there it is right there. That is a huge debris signature. Huge debris signature. That is a large, violent tornado on the ground here, just north of New Bloomfield, Missouri. Huge wedge tornado. So this is going towards Interstate 70 between Kingdom City and Columbia, Missouri. Bree, thank you for the gift, by the way. I just saw that. I appreciate you. Thank you for that. I used to not have to do that. There it is.
New information. This tornado warning has been upgraded.
Little bit late there, bud, but all right here. This is once again an observed large tornado on the ground, guys, just north of New Bloomfield, Missouri. Large debris signature here. I have that circled. This is just to the west of Highway 54 here. So this is going to be tracking. I mean, this is going to cross Interstate 70, and I wouldn't be shocked to see them PDS this either. This is a huge tornado in progress. Huge tornado. So if you're up here between Interstate 70, between Kingdom City and Columbia, this is going to be headed, hopefully it stays west of those cities. Kingdom City is actually pretty decent size population-wise. But that is your tornado right there, guys. Once again, very, very large debris signature. It is clear as day. So it is, this is not a good situation. Yikes, yikes, yikes. All right. So this is moving at about 30. I believe, what's the warning box say? This is moving at speed-wise. 39 miles per hour northeast. So, like I said, this is going to be really close to Kingdom City. Very, very close to Kingdom City. I'm hoping this stays on the western side, but this is making a northeast tract right now. This is a very, very dangerous day, guys, for tornadoes. We easily, like I said, could get a tornado outbreak here on Eastern Sunday. Just not going to be a fun day in Missouri and Arkansas. Yeah, this is a huge debris signature still in progress here. We'll go back and look at base velocity on this. Not super impressive on velocity, so I wonder if our CC is a little bit lagged. But regardless of that, this is a large tornado. I absolutely hate that this is happening today. I absolutely hate this.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
All right, here we go, Oklahoma. This is y'all's turn now. McCurtain County, Oklahoma. This is a tornado warning for you guys. I believe this is the storm that we were watching earlier. We'll see that warning pop up here in just a second. Where's it at? Where's it at? Takes a second for this thing to pop up. All right, there's the severe thunderstorm warning. There it is, down here, southern Oklahoma. There we go. All right, so Smithville, Oklahoma. This is going to be McCurtain County. We've got you guys in a tornado warning. Please be seeking shelter immediately. I will also mention this is just to the west of the Arkansas line. So Mena, Cove, you guys need to be watching this very, very closely here. Once again, radar indicated tornado warning. There is a mesovortex symbol there, so you can see where that rotation is at. Wouldn't be shocked to see that go observed here in a few minutes as well. Definitely has some very good rotation on that storm. We'll check CC just to see. I don't have a correlation on that, so that is good. We'll keep you guys updated on that. Once again, McCurtain County, Oklahoma, Smithville, Oklahoma. This will be crossing towards Mena and Hatfield, Arkansas within the next 25 to 30 minutes. Let me get back up here as well. A couple severe thunderstorm warnings as well in Oklahoma, Stillwell, West Fork, heading into Arkansas here. Fayetteville heads up here. We've got a radar indicated severe thunderstorm warning for 60-mile-per-hour winds. Oh, my Atlanta. And then we've got 0.75-inch hail on that warning. And then we've also got Miami. You guys are in a hail and wind severe thunderstorm warning here. Not looking at a tornado as of now, which is good news. And then we've got just outside of Joplin here, Pittsburgh. We've got wind and hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds there. So Joplin hopefully will get lucky today. Anybody in this area here, this looks to be just producing some damaging winds as of right now. I'm going to get back up here to Missouri, where we have that observed tornado in progress currently right now. Once again, Fulton, New Bloomsfield, Kingdom City. This tornado is still in progress here. It is physically on the ground doing damage. Once again, observed, and you can clearly see still where that debris signature is in progress at. Looks like it's going...
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Here we go. That's going to be going towards Kingdom City. So we'll continue to update you guys on that. New tornado warning, Oklahoma. This is like last night all over again. Yep, so this is the other portion of that warning up here. Let me get back to radar. So Oklahoma again, we've got... I'm going to have to look at the areas here. Big Cedar and Octavia, Oklahoma. So this is just south of Heavener and west of Mena. This is just an extension on that warning, I believe, is what they were doing. Yeah, this is an extension on that warning. So that's out till 2:30 Central Time. Guys, if you have location questions in the chat, my weather team's in here answering. I am focused on tornado warnings currently. That is the focus. When there are warnings, that is stays the main focus. If you have area location questions, they will be answering that question in the chat. I am only one person. I can only do so much. All right, we'll go back here to this. Yep, so this tornado is still here, still on the ground doing damage. So this is getting very, very close to Interstate 70 here in Kingdom City. So once again, Kingdom City, Missouri, guys, need to be seeking shelter, please. No, so this is your tornado. This is hail. A little bit different of a signature here. So CC can also show hail, but that's where you have to learn how to distinguish the difference between reflectivity. You guys can see that is your hail core there. Tornado's on the back side. It's on the west side of it. It's rain wrapped. Yep, because you have to go where your velocity matches up at. We don't know how strong the tornado is, guys. That won't be determined until after evaluations and all of that are done. Okay. So we do have reports now that the tornado has lifted. So once again, tornado has lifted. That is hail that you guys are seeing there. That's like as I was saying a minute ago. CC does lag just a little bit behind. So not saying that this tornado can't be back on the ground again, but as of right now, it did lift. So that's what we are getting. We are getting storm report wise. That was a minute ago. So that is hail that you guys are seeing there in Fulton. So we'll continue to keep you guys updated on that. All right, let me zoom out here. Let me take a look at Springfield. See if we've got anything popping up. Yeah, this line of storms is moving pretty quickly here. So we've still got those 2 tornado warnings down in Oklahoma. This is just south of the Fort Smith, Arkansas area. So Smithville, you guys are in that. Let's take a look at velocity on this again and see what we're looking at. Yeah, that's definitely there still. Pretty decent solid rotation just outside of Smithville, Oklahoma. So if you're in Smithville, Oklahoma, guys, please be seeking shelter. Please, please, please. I cannot stress that enough, guys. We got a tornado warning in Missouri, up in the Kingdom City area along Interstate 70, and then 2 tornado warnings down here in southern Oklahoma. If you're in Fulton, Missouri, you need to be seeking shelter, guys. You're in that warning.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Here we go, Arkansas. They are extending these warnings pretty quickly today, which is good. Alrighty, so new tornado warning here. This is the same storm, 3 tornado warnings on the same storm, and that's because the counties are a little bit wonky on where this is going to go to. So we've got Rich Mountain, Rocky, Queen, Wilhelmina State Park, Black Fork Mountain, Wilderness, Shady Grove, Potter, and Eagleton. So this is just south of Hartford and Waldron, Arkansas. So that's that new polygon that just popped up there. I mean, you guys can see this is definitely got rotation written all over it here. We need better radar sites in these areas. I hate this so much. So annoying. The dark blue that's up in Missouri, that should be hail. That should be a hail core. I'll double check one more time here on that. I want to make sure. Yeah, it's no longer on the ground. They dropped the warning back to radar indicated, so there's no longer a confirmed tornado in Missouri. It's radar indicated. You still need to be seeking shelter, please. We still have 30 minutes left on that tornado warning up here. Yeah, there is definitely hail with this. Velocity is starting to recycle, so if you're in Fulton and Kingdom City, this is going right for you guys. You guys have got to be in your safe place. This just produced a wedge tornado. So Kingdom City, Missouri, Fulton, Missouri, you guys got about 3 to 5 minutes before this is on your doorstep. You have got to be in a safe place, not outside watching this. That's how you get yourself killed. Do not do that. I cannot stress that enough. So we're kind of waiting to see if this is gonna go again. So, like I said, Kingdom City, Fulton, Missouri here. This is where it's crossing. This will be crossing into Illinois here very soon. We've got Hannibal and Quincy, Illinois in front of this. So, we've got some major cities that are out in front of this supercell that continues to long track its way northeast here. So, that's going to be the problem. Yeah, it does. It does look to be like it is cycling. Yes, it does. Yeah, very strong rotation developing again. Guys, I got to step away for 2 seconds. I got to run to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Alrighty, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Alright, we are here. Alright. What do we got update-wise here? Let's see. Alright, so this is still radar indicated. Looks like it missed Fulton of Missouri. It looks like it's headed towards Kingdom City still. So if you're still in Kingdom City, Oxface here, be very, very mindful. I'm assuming there will be a new extension. I don't know why it keeps doing that. A new extension on this warning. Mexico and Ladonia will be next on this. And then eventually... Oh, they did already extend the tornado watch. Okay. So that new tornado watch got extended up into Hannibal and Paris, Missouri. So they did go ahead and do that. All right. Let's check in Oklahoma. All right, we're down. Still got 3 warnings down here, but these are all for the same exact storm. So this is just south of Fort Smith. Let this load in real quick. Yeah, it looks to be rotations weakening out on this storm. So it did go through Smithville. Still radar indicated tornado warning here. I'm not seeing a CC on this. So yeah, both of these storms are radar indicated as of right now currently.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
All right, that is Kansas. That's a first. Kansas has now got a tornado warning. I bet it's this storm right here. The one outside of Pittsburgh. Nope. That is Joplin, Missouri. We've got a tornado warning in Joplin, Missouri. Carl's Junction, Asbury, Baxter Springs, and Webb City. Hold on one second, guys. Okay. Yeah, guys, Joplin, Missouri, the famous site of one of the last EF5 tornadoes. Yeah, this is not a good thing. Right now, this is a radar indicated tornado warning. This is not on the ground doing damage. Let me get the other radar site here so we can actually see this. Let me go. Let's go Springfield. Bear with me here, guys. I'm getting this loaded up. Come on, Springfield, work. I might have to use the other radar here. Yeah, I may have to use Tulsa's radar. Let's try that. There we go. A little bit better there. Yeah, it's still going to be a little bit hard to see. I'm trying to get Springfield. Let me see if Radar Omega's working. Yeah, if you're in Joplin, guys, please be seeking shelter immediately. That is a tornado warning for you guys. The good thing is this is not a discrete supercell. This is just along the line of storm. So technically, yeah, it's gonna be just to the west of Joplin, and it looks to be that it's actually gonna miss. So this is gonna go towards Carl Junction and Webb City, or north of that area here. So this is kind of that direction here. So Joplin's just barely on the southern side of the warning. So that's some positivity here. But regardless of this has still got some very, very strong inflow on it. Hold on, y'all. Alrighty, guys. Sorry. I don't know if y'all heard the sound a minute ago on why I left. There was this like random, like really loud scratching noise. It sounded like somebody fell. I thought Rochelle or somebody like fell off the couch or something. And it turns out our cat Jenny Purr was snoozing around on the kitchen table where we have like a bunch of Easter stuff. There was a plastic bag. She got her head stuck in it and got the bag wrapped around her, and she took off running and just like slid into every single wall possible and then went underneath the couch just with a bag stuck around her. I thought somebody fell and got hurt in the house. That's why I got up and left so quickly, but it was Jenny Purr getting her head stuck in a bag. So that's what happened. So bear with me, guys. I'm sorry. I thought Rochelle or one of the kids got hurt or something happened. Old dad instincts. But no, it was Jenny Purr. She got her head stuck in a bag. How she does the things that she does, that is my cat. That is my, probably out of all 4 cats that we have, the closest one to me. So that is definitely replicates my cat there for you. All right, let's get back into this here. Still got a radar indicated tornado warning here for Joplin, Galena, Carl Junction. Like I mentioned a minute ago, this rotation is just north of Joplin. Joplin, you guys are going to be okay. Just stay in your safe place here until that warning expires. There is some pretty decent rotation developing with this storm, though, as of right now. So we're going to keep you guys updated on that. I'm going to go back and forth here between Radar Omega because sometimes this shows a little bit better. So there is QLCS rotation on that storm. We still have the tornado warning down here in Oklahoma. Got a couple cells down here. A little bit of wind left with this. I think these 2 tornado warnings will probably expire because there's not much rotation left on that storm. And then the one up that was in northern Missouri did expire. So we will keep you guys updated on that storm here. This storm looks to be weakening. This is, like I mentioned, the chance of these storms producing stronger tornadoes in the northern side of the risk zone a little bit lower just due to lack and instability up here. So could spin up again, but as of right now, we're going to stay focused on this line of storms. And this is going to be the main threat for today, guys. This line of storms is going to continue to work its way northeast throughout Arkansas and into Missouri. This will have the chance to produce, decent sized potential tornadoes embedded within this line. So we're going to see severe thunderstorm warnings continue to be issued until this line of storms gets, all the way through Missouri and Arkansas. But if any storms can fire off in front of this line of storms, we could get ourselves potentially a discrete strong tornado or two. So, but yeah, that happened. I cannot believe that happened. And actually, Joplin is now outside of the warning. So Joplin, you are no longer under that tornado warning. It did just update. So what a day, guys. What a day already. I will say the good thing, pending we don't see any more discrete supercells, we probably will not get a moderate risk zone upgrade, which would be completely okay with me. We'll just have to see what happens. We're going to get the SPC Outlook update for the rest of this afternoon here in about 30 minutes, so we'll keep you guys updated there. I need to use the radar in Springfield because it's a little bit better. South of Joplin, you guys are fine. Joplin is not in that warning. It's north of Joplin now officially. There we go. Yeah, so this is actually producing some very strong rotation. I wouldn't be shocked to see this observed. This might actually be observed north of Webb City. So Joplin, you're good. You're safe now. Just be mindful that line of storms is coming through right now. That's what I was going to say as well. It looks to be that there actually might be a confirmed tornado here just outside of Carl Junction. This is going northeast. So Jasper, Golden City, you'll be next here. This will go towards eastern Missouri. Or central Missouri, I should say. Yeah, but it does look like that there is potentially a CC in progress with that. Yep. Definitely looking at potentially a CC with that. Yeah. I think this will be observed here in a minute. CC, guys, when you hear me say CC, that's what's called correlation coefficient. It's basically a drop in the radar that shows us that there's a tornado on the ground doing damage. All right, let me get this pulled up here. Yeah, it definitely looks like a line of storms tonight coming through Missouri. Like I said, might see a little bit of a downtrend on that model run, so that might be some positivity there. I think at this point we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens in terms of Missouri and Arkansas. The threat is there. The atmosphere is primed for tornadoes, so. Those are hail detection indicators. Let me actually turn those off. Those are a little bit confusing to some people there. Yep. So once again, rotation here just east of Asbury, north of Webb City here. Radar indicated warning as of now. I think we have still a CC potentially here. Either that is halo or that is a CC. A little bit harder to kind of figure out when you have hail mixed in with this. Thank you guys for the follows. I do appreciate it very, very, very much. Also, guys, thank you for the 41,000 likes. I do appreciate it as well. Y'all are crushing it. We're going to be on here, guys, for about 2.5 more hours. I will have to wrap up stream between 5 and 5:30. I have things that we have to do this afternoon, so I'm on here as long as I can be on here for you guys. We've been on here for 2.5 hours already today, so I'm glad I could get on here and actually cover for you guys today, so. Okay, so local weather, yeah, okay, yeah. So I wouldn't be shocked to see this go observed here soon. It's definitely trying. You do have some pretty strong inflow, outflow there. So this is what we call a quasi-linear tornado. QLCS is what the term is. So. Yes, exactly. Yeah, if I'm not talking about your area, you guys are okay. Just you're under the gun for severe weather, but if there's a warning for your area, you guys know I will cover it, I promise. I always cover the most concerned areas that have warnings first, and then outside of the no warnings, we go from there. So the 2 warnings that are down here in Oklahoma and Arkansas as well are about to expire too. Those look to be like there's not much left down there on those. This is going to be the strongest threat here that we have currently right now is this storm just north of Webb City, Missouri. Heartbroken, thank you for the sub. I appreciate you. Number 281. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yep. Guys, like I said, I won't be on here all night long with you guys. I'll be here as long as I can. We're doing about 5-hour coverage today. So we'll be on here, like I said, for about 2.5 more hours. And then I'm going to wrap stream up and try to have a pretty decent evening here. The good news is what's happening between now and about 6 p.m. Central Time is the worst of the event today. We should see this start to slowly fall apart as we get closer to dinner time tonight. We're basically in peak window between now and 6 p.m. across Missouri and Arkansas. So not saying there can't be tornadoes past that point, but the highest threat will be diminishing at that point. We'll get an update from the Storm Prediction Center here in just a few minutes as well. So guys, make sure y'all join the live stream tomorrow. We're going to have a fun live stream tomorrow. We will be doing radar tutorial and model tutorial. I'm going to walk you guys through how to look at models, how to read radar. We're just going to do some really fun stuff tomorrow. Tomorrow's a day where we don't really have any severe weather cover, so I want to get on here and teach so you guys can understand. I don't know yet what time. I'm thinking it's going to be around between 1 and 3 Central Time, so around that time. If you guys will watch my video, make sure y'all watch my forecast video tomorrow. I'll talk about it in the video tomorrow. So I don't know quite yet. It just depends on what my day has in store for me tomorrow. So hopefully it will help y'all's understanding just a little bit. I like to teach. I'm very passionate about weather. I love it very, very much. I'm obsessed with it, honestly. You guys probably should know that at this point. So if we can help at least some people understand how to figure out where a tornado's out on radar, all that, etc. Here's a prime example of that. Like I said, you get a couple that develops red inflow, green outflow here, at least on this side of the radar, and you get potentially a tornado in progress. Not all the time. There's more features that you have to look at, but Yeah, weather is exciting. It's not boring, guys. I promise. A lot of people think, oh, the weather's boring. Well, I don't check my weather every single day. It is what it is. And then you get a tornado in your backyard and you're like, oh, now I want to learn. So, yeah, this is textbook. This is a textbook. This is a perfect example. And hopefully there's not a CC. There's not a CC. But if this tornado was on the ground doing damage, you would see a dark blue couplet here that would show a debris signature. So that tells us that it's not on the ground currently. Thank you guys for the gifts. I appreciate it very, very much.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
All right, that's going to be Missouri. I hope it's not that northern storm again. Is it an extension? It might be an extension. We'll see. Yeah, we're definitely dealing with quasi-linear tornadoes today. I just don't know, unless some of these storms can hit semi-discrete. We got one little chance at a storm over here near Harrison that might have a shot, potentially. Yep, that's an extension. Okay, so Jasper, Lamar, Missouri here. This is along Interstate 49 between Sheldon and Carthage. Radar indicated tornado warning for you guys. 60-mile-per-hour winds, 75 inch. I almost said 75-inch hail. That would be wild. 0.75-inch hail there. Radar indicated tornado warning. This is due to that rotation that has continued to work its way east. We actually have 2 areas of rotation now. So this is our main circulation. And once again, wouldn't be shocked to see if this is observed here soon. And we've got another area of rotation that's developing up near Liberal. So I wouldn't be surprised if Sheldon gets put in a tornado warning here in Missouri as well. Yeah, that would be a meteor. Sorry, guys. I had to correct myself because if I would have said that, somebody in the chat would have believed it, and then they would have taken that, and then I would have felt really, really bad. So I'm glad I caught myself on that. 75-inch hail, we would all be gone. Yeah, this is north of Joplin. Joplin, y'all will be out of this here soon. Trey, I use it sometimes. On days like this, nah. All right, guys, we got a new mesoscale discussion for a tornado watch for the St. Louis metro area here. It's tornado watch likely southwestern Missouri, southeastern Iowa, the rest of Missouri, and this goes to the western Kentucky line. So I'll pull that mesoscale up here in just a second once it gets issued. That'll be tonight's tornado watch. So once that watch gets issued, that'll probably be through midnight. But that's out of precaution for the rest of the evening here. Yeah, so here's the mesoscale discussion. This is for tornado watch likely. If you were in southeast Iowa, this is Ottawa southeast through St. Louis and down towards Farmington, Poplar Bluff, West Plains, and Cape Girardeau. This is for the tornado threat increasing later on this evening after 6 p.m. Oh, we're fine. I'm fine, guys. Y'all should know we're good here. We will get some storms after midnight tonight, but it's not supposed to be anything severe here in Kentucky.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Let me get to that here. Okay, so that's the new mesoscale. I still wouldn't be shocked to see a moderate risk zone upgrade. We'll see if SPC does it. Yep, new tornado warning down here in Arkansas. So this is going to be... let me go back here. Yeah, this is going to be for Waldron. So we've got Waldron, Rich Mountain, Bowles, Eagleton, and Shady Grove again in this warning down here. Yeah, rotation is still there. You guys can see that green and red couplet. So this is going to be working its way towards Waldron, Arkansas. Hannah, if you're still in the chat, I think you are. What are the odds that we actually get severe weather tonight here? Could you imagine a last minute upgrade to a marginal or something like that after midnight tonight? That'd be our luck. I just thought that'd be funny for a second. She would absolutely hate me for that if that happened. All right, guys. Hazel is just not having it right now. Hold on, guys. Let me check on Hazel real quick. For the love of all that is holy. Interesting. All right, guys. So we are officially in that peak tornado time frame here for the next 2 to 3 hours. We'll see if SPC pulls the plug and does it. Wouldn't be surprised at this point. This whole line is basically producing the potential for tornadoes. I think SPC is going to upgrade. I really do. I will be shocked. Austin, what's up, bud? Good to see ya. Yeah, I was gonna say possible too. Yeah, I think it's definitely possible. I think if they go moderate risk zone with it today, this is kind of where my thoughts are gonna be at. Somewhere in here. We'll see. They're gonna update in 30 minutes, so. Well, day 3 just went slight risk, and that's for Texas and Oklahoma, as I expected. So we're gonna get 1 day off from severe weather tomorrow, and then we're gonna be back at it again on Tuesday. The Storm Prediction Center just upgraded Tuesday's outlook to a Southeast Minnesota, southern Wisconsin, and northern Iowa in a marginal on Tuesday, and a slight risk and a marginal risk for western and central Oklahoma and Texas. Tuesday will be interesting. Tuesday will be interesting. I expect them to go slight risk with that. Looks like a hail event in Texas and Oklahoma on Tuesday. Golly, this thing is really trying here in Missouri. Very, very deep at QLCS rotation here. That's going right into Lamar. That is definitely there. I'll show you guys the risk zone. So the Storm Prediction Center, clearly here's today's risk zone. We're not expecting severe weather tomorrow. They just upgraded. So this was the original risk zone that they issued last night for Tuesday. So this is for Tuesday. You're going to see the updated version here in just a second. You're going to see a marginal risk get added up here and a slight risk get added down here in just a second. They just updated this. It takes a second for it to come through. No, there's not a debris signature yet on that storm. I was just looking at that. Come on, refresh. I bet it's a hatch tail risk. So we'll cover Tuesday now. There it is. Boom. Southern Wisconsin, Iowa, slight risk down there into Texas. There's the risk zone for Tuesday as of now. That is Tuesday's forecast. Interesting. As if they need more storms over there. Ah, it's going to be an overnight event. Damn it. I hate this. Oh. It is a large hail and damaging wind event. Not really looking at a tornado risk on Tuesday. They're talking about an MCS. It's a mesoscale convective scale system. So this is, like I said, I'll just read this briefly. This is for Tuesday. It says a deeply mixed boundary layer of 25 to 30 knots of shear will support supercells capable of large hail and severe wind gusts. Storms will likely congeal into an MCS by later in the evening as a low-level jet strengthens with some severe wind threat, which could continue into the overnight hours of Tuesday night into Wednesday. So that'll be Tuesdays. We'll talk more about this tomorrow in my forecast video. We got 2 days to get ready for this. So that'll be for Tuesday. Storm Prediction Center will update today's risk zone here in about 30 minutes. We'll see if they go moderate or not with it. Wouldn't be shocked to see a moderate, but wouldn't also be shocked to see it stay enhanced. So we've got that tornado warning down here in Waldron, Arkansas. Let me take a look at the radar out of this. Yep, still got some pretty decent rotation. Actually, some pretty strong outflow and some pretty decent inflow. So this thing is still cranking down here. So if you're in Waldron, Arkansas, please, please, please be seeking shelter, guys. Please. That's a bathroom. That's a closet. You got to get to your safe place. Other than that, all these yellow boxes are for severe thunderstorm warnings for wind. We've got the one tornado warning up here in, on the Interstate 49 corridor near Lamar, Jasper, and Sheldon. Let's see where this is at. Golly. Yeah, this thing is cranking. Definitely QLCS. Like, this is 100% quasi-linear convective scale system rotation. Some of y'all are gonna be like, wait, what does that mean? I'll talk about that more tomorrow when we do some teaching. So you've got inflow winds, outflow winds, your inflow dominant. So this is just a lot of inflow winds that are feeding into the storm, helping it try and rotate. The outflow, not too great. So that's why this tornado is not physically on the ground doing damage. You want to see a balance of that. And it's embedded. It's definitely rain-wrapped. Definitely rain-wrapped. So, like I said, guys, this line of storm is going to move pretty quickly. This should be in St. Louis by no later than 6 to 7 p.m. Let me do just a real quick run through on Radar Mega and see if this is going to run through real quick. I'll kind of give you guys a little bit of a timing here, just briefly. So here's your timing, a little bit of a timing here for today. We're in that peak window. So, yeah, this is already, by 6 p.m. tonight, this is going to be moving closer through Jefferson City. So it's going to take some time for this line to get going. You guys can see it's 5 to 6 p.m. Showers, severe weather moving in. This will be the area that we're going to be watching for by 6 p.m. here. The potential for some strong tornadoes can't be ruled out. St. Louis, you look like you're going to be after 6 p.m. I will not be on here, guys, after 5:30, so I have to get off here at 5:30. But I want to mention this now. By the time 8 p.m. gets here, this isn't going to be that super intense. It's going to be producing more damaging winds and some hail. There will be a brief couple tornadoes that could be ruled out in here, but this line is going to start to weaken very, very dramatically after 8 p.m. tonight. This should be pretty much just some localized wind, rain, and some hail by no later than 11 p.m. You guys can see this thing falling apart, and then down here into, we're already into Kentucky, into Illinois, into Indiana by no later than midnight. So, gonna watch Southern Indiana and Western Kentucky here. I have a weird feeling, and a couple of people on my weather team know what I mean by that. I know we're not in a risk zone here, but I still want to watch. I wouldn't be shocked to see the Storm Prediction Center mess something up on that today. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But so far, we're keeping things at bay, mostly looking at wind damage here. A couple tornado warnings, nothing observed right now. If we keep that going, then we might escape today, hopefully. That would be the concern there. So we'll see what happens. I'm very curious to see what SPC is going to do. I don't think they're going to go moderate at this point. I don't know. We'll see. I've got my weird thoughts. If they go moderate, it'll be a small 15 hatch tornado risk. It'll be small. Houston, Texas has a small marginal today. Not expecting anything too crazy. Still have some very, very strong rotation developing in Lamar, though. All right, y'all. So we're going to keep it on this storm here. Let me see if I can get another model run to come in through here. Hannah, Katie, R, if you're on my weather team in here and you're still in here, might get a beautiful, beautiful shelf cloud tonight at 2 a.m. I know I'll be awake for it. Anytime there's a shot at seeing severe thunderstorms, or at least a shot at general thunderstorms overnight, I love to get videos and pictures. So I will be up until 2 a.m. Yep, Lamar's in a tornado warning. It's not observed, though. Has strong rotation, but not a confirmed right now. So this will be headed towards Jericho Springs, Stockton, and then this goes into central Missouri again. A little bit of an interesting day today in terms of the tornado potential. Let's see if we've got any instability here tonight. Yeah, there's no instability. It's gonna be gone. Tim is in Lamar. Yeah, I was gonna say there probably are chasing this. This has the most potential on it. It's so hard to chase these linear storms because they're rain wrapped most of the time. Like we have, this is what I was hoping was gonna happen today, and it's definitely happening. If we can keep this storm linear and we don't get any discrete cells in front of this line of storms, we won't really have to worry about that strong tornado risk. There could be the threat for a couple of strong tornadoes embedded in the line, but it keeps the discrete mode down, which is what the big problem is. So I'm completely okay with that. All right, SPC will be updating here very, very soon. Hannah, if you're still in chat, I'm going to message you something real quick.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
All right, that's Arkansas. Alrighty, should be, let's see here. Is that an extension? To wait here for a minute. Should be an extension. No, that's the northern one. Ooh. This is just north of Fort Smith, so Mountainburg, Winslow, and south of Fayetteville, Arkansas here. A little bit of rotation on the storm. This is right over Mountainburg, or Mountainburg. Ooh, this is messy. This is really messy. Yeah, Chester and Mountainburg. So you can see right there, that's what we call a hook echo. This is a little notch developed inside this line of thunderstorms. That is going to be where your tornado is going to be at. It's going to be coming along, crossing over Interstate 49 through Mountainburg. So this thing's going to be moving off here to the northeast. I would expect this to go into Chester here in just a few minutes. Definitely a semi-discrete supercell embedded within this line of thunderstorms. Definitely there. You can see that rotation there. Oh, yeah, people will drive through this for sure. People will definitely drive through this. I hope, guys, that this is enough information to keep y'all safe today. Like I said, we'll be on here for just a couple more hours. Keep you guys updated and ready to go. Make sure, guys, once we do get off here this afternoon, if you don't have alerts on your phones, download a weather app. Anything's good. Just have emergency alerts set on your phone in case you get a tornado warning. It's going to be your best bet. So I try my best to cover everything. I can't cover everything, though, sadly.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
All right, we got a new warning. There it is. Another extension here. El Dorado Springs, Nevada, and Sheldon. It's going to be for you guys. Going to be seeking shelter, please. That is here in Missouri. Lamar, Sheldon, same area of rotation, continuing to work its way northeast. So that's going to be headed towards Osceola. It's moving pretty quickly here. I would actually think that this might be potentially there on the ground. I want to wait for a CC to pop up. I'm a little bit more concerned about this. It is rain-wrapped. If there is any tornado in progress in this storm, it is definitely rain-wrapped. You can see that vortex spinning in there. It's definitely there. You can see it for sure. Yeah, very, very strong rotation on this storm here. We'll get this new frame here in a minute. Joplin, you guys are going to be done. Your storms will be done here. And I do think that there is a CC. That it looks like there is a damage indicator there with that. There might be a tornado in progress here. That's just outside of Lamar, Missouri. Try to catch that as quickly as we can. Let's see if that matches up with velocity. It's a little bit... Yeah, I think this tornado is on the ground. Milford, you guys got to be seeking shelter here. Milford, Sheldon, El Dorado Springs, Missouri. This is a nasty, nasty supercell embedded in this line here. Please, please seek shelter, guys. Let's look at gate-to-gate shear. Yeah, there is a tornado in progress. There definitely is a confirmed tornado. That is it right there. It doesn't get any much more easier to pick out than that right there. So I would expect a CC to pop up really any second now in this area. I mean, Milford, you guys got minutes here, and if not minutes, seconds. So I do appreciate you guys that are listening and seeking safety. Please, please, please. It's a nasty day for severe weather today. Kind of waiting to see if we're going to get, if this is it. I think this is it. If this gets a little bit bigger, we'll know.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
All right, that's going to be Logan, Scott, and Yell, Arkansas. I'll get to that here in just a second. I'm waiting on this new scan to come in. I want to verify if this is doing it or not. Yeah, absolutely, guys. I appreciate y'all for watching today. Happy Easter to everybody. Like I said, I know this isn't what we were wanting to see happen today, but at least I'm here to get you guys through some of this. CC takes forever to update. I wonder if that is CC right there. It's so freaking hard when the radar doesn't update quickly. This is just ridiculous rotation. 54 over 50. About 100 mph winds. Gate to gate there. There's definitely something inside that thing. Yeah, so there is a confirmed tornado. Yeah, I just saw Reed post that on X. There is a confirmed tornado doing damage in this area right now. I still believe that that is it right there. Definitely something fishy going on here. All right, really quickly, let me get to that other tornado warning down here. This is for Boonville, Arkansas. God, same area here just keeps to get blasted. Boonville, Arkansas, this is going to be headed towards Interstate 40. So if you're in Clarksville, Arkansas, Ozark, or Russellville, be very, very mindful here. Radar indicated tornado warning down there for you guys. Keep being in your safe places, please. Yeah, definitely some fishy stuff going on here with this. Yeah, there is a tornado in progress here. So this is headed towards Jericho Springs. It's really more El Dorado Springs, Missouri, that's getting ready to get whacked with this. You guys got to be in a bathroom, a closet, in a basement, wherever you can go to. Just waiting for something to pop up here. There's not been like a super defined correlation coefficient, but still, we've got people saying that it's on the ground. RFD, okay, that makes sense too. Yeah, because if we go and we look at velocity here, like I said, the rear flake downdraft, the winds that are flowing out of this is ridiculous. I mean, we're pushing 50+ miles per hour, so wouldn't shock me. There's still a very strong area of rotation on this storm, though, regardless of that. So this thing is definitely cranking. No, you're fine, Hannah. There's not much. There won't be much over there. Yeah, that thing is cranking. All right, we still got those tornado warnings down here in Arkansas as well. Oklahoma, by the way, guys, Oklahoma's threat's pretty much over with. Oklahoma is completely out of the tornado watch, pretty much, except for the last county here. So I expect the risk zone to be completely dropped in Oklahoma here in just a few minutes once this update comes out. Got a couple severe thunderstorm warnings down here in southern Arkansas, but other than that, the 2 tornado warnings that are in Arkansas. So far, we're doing good, guys. Knock on wood, we're doing good right now. We've not seen any ridiculously insanity, crazy stuff yet, but I will say the storm down here in Waldron looks really, really impressive. This would be the one supercell that I've got a concern on in terms of rotation, or at least potential here. You guys can see that that distinguished hook echo feature developing on it. Right there.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
So that's where the one down here in Arkansas is at. That's going towards Booneville and Blue Mountain. Okay, we got a new tornado warning here. This is just outside of Springfield. This is Mount Vernon, Missouri. Yep, another one here. Yep, there's your rotation. Right there. So Wentworth, Sarcoxie, Mount Vernon, Missouri. So this is going northeast. Yeah, you can see the hook echo in this too. This is definitely another clear as day potential tornado in progress. I don't think we had a CC on this one. Nope, I don't see a correlation coefficient on that. All right, let me go back up here to the El Dorado one. That one still looks like clean air, so we're good there. Like I said, most of these tornado warnings today are going to be for what's called line embedded rotation. So a couple of these could get confirmed today. A couple of them could produce a strong tornado, but they're very, very brief spin up tornadoes. They're not going to be like long track violent tornadoes unless they're semi-discrete cells. Like the ones down here in Booneville, I'll drop back down here to Booneville, Arkansas, because this is the one storm that has my concern in terms of like strong tornado potentially. Yeah, you see, you've got this U-shaped hook echo feature here, and right down here where north of Waldron, where this storm is moving out of, is where that tornado is going to be potentially at. So Blue Mountain, Arkansas, Booneville, you guys need to be seeking shelter, please. This has got some potential decent rotation on it that's developing. Might actually be a correlation too. There might be a little CC on that. Not got a lot of rotation on it, but there might be something there. All right, SBC should be updating here in just a second. Almost there. Rotation on a map, it's pretty easy. Yeah, pretty easy. Okay, so we did not get a moderate risk zone upgrade. Thank God. At least from what I'm seeing right now. Thank God. Oklahoma, though, your risk is over with. It's done. So we'll keep that. So this is rotation. You get your red colors here are winds going into the storm. Green is winds going out of the storm. When you get a couplet like this that develops, it's very, very easy to define. You get what's called rotation in a storm. Doesn't mean it's always producing a tornado, but it can be. It can be. So we'll keep you guys updated with that. I am glad that we did not get a moderate risk today. That was definitely on the table if things would have gone up a little bit. So both of these storms west of Monette, Arkansas or Missouri there. That tornado warning is for Sarcoxie and Mount Vernon, Missouri. So we got a pretty decent line of storms moving through. Springfield, your storms are just off to the west here, so be mindful of that. You guys can see that tornado watch shrink in there. This means storms are moving through. Rogers, Arkansas. You guys are in a severe thunderstorm warning right now. I don't know how you don't know that there's storms in your backyard. You guys are in a severe thunderstorm warning. It's actually moving through right now. It's almost done. Boonville storm still looks pretty decent in terms of rotation. A little bit of rotation to the west there of, or north of Waldron, Arkansas. Yeah, red boxes are tornado warnings. Yellow boxes are severe thunderstorm warnings. So. Yep, nothing changed on the outlook other than Oklahoma's pretty much out of the risk. Everything stayed the same, so as expected. As expected. It doesn't look like we're going to see this big, significant, long track violent tornado threat unfold today, which is really, really good news. We're going to have QLCS embedded line tornadoes for the rest of the evening here, but it doesn't look like we're going to see this widespread, hopefully, discrete tornado outbreak. Should stay linear, which will be good in terms of the overall tornado magnitude. So there will be a tornado watch that gets issued for Illinois and the rest of Missouri here very, very soon as well. So we'll have to watch that. Other than that, line embedded tornadoes today. Once again, though, too, guys, I hope y'all are having a wonderful, wonderful Easter. Other than the severe weather out there, like I said, glad we could get on here and cover for you guys for a little bit today. Makes me feel good. I did my deed for the day in terms of feeling good about myself. Got you guys what y'all needed to know to keep yourself safe today. So. Got 4 active tornado warnings. 2 in Missouri, 2 in Arkansas. So, all right, guys, I gotta run to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. That took longer than I thought. We were trying to get Hazel changed and get her food and get her chilled out. So, sorry about that. Okay, let's get an update on what we got going on here. All right. Appreciate you guys for hanging on here. Looks to me like we've only got one tornado warning left, and that tornado warning is going to expire in 7 minutes. So we're mostly looking at wind damage right now at this point, which is awesome news. We'll take that. All right. Yeah, so this warning looks like it's going to expire here in just a second. So we might be tornado warning free. Looks like we might be tornado warning free. This is definitely turning into just a wind event right now. There is not a large tornado on the ground in Texas. See, and then you get people like that. Guys, I'm going to say something now. If you're going to come in the damn chat and put false information, I will personally mute you and personally block you. That's not going to happen. Like, I will yeet you harder than you think. You will be gone. Some other people might allow false information in their chats, but I do not. So, guys, like I said right now, severe thunderstorm warnings in place. 4 possible severe thunderstorm warnings. The good news is tornado warning should expire here soon. It looks like we're going to see this damaging wind event. So like I mentioned earlier, this damaging wind event is going to continue to work its way east through the tornado watch box tonight. We're going to get a new tornado watch here in a little bit for the rest of Illinois and Missouri that is in this watch corridor. Seeing the potential for a couple of strong tornadoes, damaging winds, large hail, etc., all of that. Guys, I will be getting off stream here in just a little bit because I would like to enjoy the rest of my Easter afternoon as well. But we've been on here for 3.5 hours, so let's see here. Aurora, Missouri, some trees snap. Yeah, there's definitely going to be the wind damage itself is going to cause trees to snap. That is definitely going to be a thing. Most of this looks very linear. I'm not seeing anything in terms of tornado potential right now. Let me look at mesoscale and see what we're doing. We are starting to lose a little bit of cape, too, so that also might be a struggling issue. Yep, so these severe thunderstorm warnings are going to be out for an hour. Rosie, happy Easter to you as well. Good to see you in here. Let's go to Monet. All right, yeah, this is straight line winds in Aurora. Yeah, straight line winds here. Not looking at any tornado potential right now. 70 mile per hour winds coming through you guys right now. That's why. Yeah, tree damage is mostly going to be straight line winds. Yeah, guys, let me give you all a radar loop play out on what's going to happen for the rest of the evening. There is still going to be the threat for tornadoes through this evening. I want to mention here, this is the latest Triple HR model run, so this is kind of where we're at with storms right now. Storms are going to be continuing. You guys can see those purplish colors, a little bit of these little tick marks popping up. These are for embedded rotation circulations. The good news is it doesn't look like we're going to see the potential for discrete supercells out in front of this line, those little beans that pop up. That's a good thing because that really does limit the overall strong tornado risk. We still could get an occasional strong tornado risk somewhere here in central and southern Missouri due to that the line embedded tornadoes, but they're going to be very, very brief. Most of what's going to happen tonight is going to be wind damage. So you're going to continue to see damaging winds. This is through about 6 to 7 p.m. tonight. Storms are going to be rolling through St. Louis down here into eastern Missouri. By the time around 9, 10 o'clock gets here, really within the next 6 hours, this is going to fall apart, and it's just going to be a little bit of wind, a little bit of hail. I don't expect much with this. There will be a little bit of a leftover boundary here coming through the overnight hours. So if you're in western and central Kentucky, southern Illinois, Missouri, it'll be a loud night tonight. Thunder and lightning, some rain moving through. Probably will get a pretty decent, we might do a live stream tonight, guys, around midnight. potentially. If our storm holds together here, we might do some footage tonight. That'll be on TikTok strictly. So we'll have to see if this makes it through our area or not tonight intact. If it does, we'll get some live footage outside tonight maybe. But other than that, the main window is going to start closing here in the next 2 to 3 hours. So if storms can't become tornadic really between now and 6 p.m., that threat will start to weaken pretty quickly. So you'll see overall here too, just kind of looking at the instability that's at play. Like I said, we really don't have a lot of instability. The shear is what's driving that damaging wind potential and tornado potential. Big pocket of no hole of instability also ongoing right now in eastern Missouri, and that might be due to cloud cover, but that instability will increase just a slight little bit. But like I said, I mentioned here in the next 2 hours, instability will start to weaken as the sun sets, and then we're left with just general thunderstorms for the rest of the evening. So I'm not ruling out the threat for a strong tornado or two. Definitely will be possible through the evening hours tonight, but I'll be getting off here, guys, in just a little bit. I would like to enjoy the rest of my Easter day. So if I was super, super concerned in terms of like a tornado outbreak or any of that, I'd stay on here. But I think we're going to be getting a lot of wind with an occasional tornado warning or two attached to it. So that's what we'll do of layers. Yeah, most of these warnings are out till 4:15, 4:30-ish. All these damaging wind. Yeah, what I'll probably do, guys, honestly, if we don't get any more craziness in terms of tornado warnings, I probably will hop off here earlier, if you guys are cool with that. So as long as we don't get any ridiculous, crazy tornado storms, we'll probably get some occasional tornado warnings, but how do the weather people know to set different risk zones like the 5% ETC? Yeah, so that's actually a good question. So risk zones are issued based off of ingredients and parameters. So say like today where we have, a 10% hatch tornado risk, it's based off of low level wind shear and tornado parameters. The higher those parameters go, the better chance you have of an overall decent risk zone being issued. Those lower end risk zones, like I said, it's all based off of different parameters. You've got hail, tornado wind parameters. You've just got the atmosphere as a whole. You have to be able to understand how the atmosphere works in general to understand how to forecast weather. So if you don't understand that, you're not going to understand the second portion of it. So just kind of in a nutshell, I'm actually going to tomorrow, guys, for y'all that don't know, I will be tomorrow doing a live stream. We'll kind of walk through some models, talk about different things, talk about how different things work. I'll ask some questions. If y'all want to ask some questions, tomorrow we're just going to do a hangout live stream, teach some radar, teach some things. It'll be a little hard to teach radar in terms of like showing like velocity couplets and all that stuff, but I'll kind of give you guys a little bit of an idea on, in the nutshell, of what happens behind the scenes in the weather world. It'll be pretty cool stuff. So So happy Easter, guys. Like I said, I'm gonna wrap stream probably up here in just a few minutes, a little bit earlier than what I was gonna do. We have no tornado warnings, just some wind out there. The occasional strong tornado is still, like I said, on the table anywhere in that enhanced risk zone that goes from basically northern Missouri all the way down to southern Arkansas. Can't rule out a couple of strong tornadoes. Any storms that can become semi-discrete potentially, but like I said, right now, doesn't look like that's gonna be a thing. Looks like we're gonna really be looking more at damaging winds tonight, in terms of a couple of strong tornadoes still potentially on the table. So just be mindful, guys. Have alerts on your phones. Know where to go when you get warnings issued. Like I said, tomorrow we'll go over kind of general different things in terms of the weather. We'll be back at forecasting severe weather and covering severe weather on Tuesday. I'm expecting a pretty decent hail and wind event over in Texas and Oklahoma on Wednesday, or not on Wednesday, on Tuesday. But other than that, I think today's risk zone, at least so far, has kind of underperformed in terms of the tornado potential, which is good. That's always a good thing. Always, always, always a good thing. So I think a lot of times, too, if we had more instability today, we definitely would have had a tornado outbreak, but those have definitely fallen apart, so that's good news. No, guys, once I get off today, I will be off for the night. I won't be back on again until tomorrow. So I'm going to take the rest of today off. We covered last night for like 4 hours. We were on from like 10:30 p.m. last night to like 2 o'clock in the morning this morning. I'm going to get off here and enjoy the rest of my Easter. Go hang out with Ro, hang out with the kids, just in general, hang out. Just take a break for today. It's Sunday. I don't typically like to stream on Sundays if I don't have to. Today was one of those days where we had to. So, mostly to get on here. If we get tornado warnings, I probably won't hop back on, like I said, unless it's this ridiculous violent tornado potential coming through. But other than that, I think what, like I said earlier, is going to happen is we're going to have just a damaging wind event. And like I said, there's not a lot of instability out in front of this to work with in terms of the overall tornado potential. There's a lot of shear. Shear can do a lot. It's going to keep things linear. But in terms of, you need a high surface cape environment, or at least a decent surface cape environment to get supercells in front of this. So I'm not saying that nobody's not going to see tornadoes for the rest of the day, but what I'm saying is the potential should start to decrease in the next couple of hours. So if y'all are good with that, we might honestly get ready to call stream here. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Sunday. Enjoy that Easter. If you're out in front of this, please, like I said, just have a way to get alerts on your phones. Know it's coming. I will see you guys back in here tomorrow. I'll put in the video tomorrow what time we're going to get on stream and just kind of hang out, ask some questions, do like a Q&A, kind of something like that. And then we'll be back into the severe weather coverage starting on Tuesday across the Southern Plains. So I do appreciate the support, all the gifts, all the love, all the taps, all the new follows, guys. We gained 268 followers today. If you guys have not hopped over to subscribe to me on YouTube, we've also been live on YouTube as well. We dual simultaneously stream, so we go live on YouTube and on TikTok at the same time. So make sure y'all subscribe to me over there, Mesomat, link in my bio. You guys can also find my other pages as well. 605 Chaser, good to see you in here, bud. Love watching your stuff in the mornings as well. Appreciate what you do. Yeah, guys, like I said, be safe, be weather aware. We will see you guys on Monday, and have a wonderful, 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 guys, happy Easter.